Time for the bullshit. I'm screaming. I close the door.
We sealed away ages ago.
Alrighty. Let's see what's up with this shit.
Never see the light again in your lifetime.
Marvel Future Revolution, the Eternals update.
I do gotta admit, if the companions look any bit like that CGI trailer,
Hello,
it'd be
everyone,
good.
and welcome.
Goddamn, Kim.
To the Marvel Future Revolution live stream. I am Agent Kim from the Omega Flight. Thank you all for joining us for another live stream. And for those
How many of y'all happy we got Agent Kim?
Our previous live stream, we're going to be talking about some big and numerous updates. There will, of course, be many more live streams and updates to come as Marvel Future Revolution grows. So please stick around here and in the future to learn the first exclusive news about that. There will be a reward given for watching the stream, and we will reveal the code.
You're gonna
for
get an
that later
Omega
on.
box.
I will
It's gonna
tell
be
you
the
what
Omega
reward is
supply
later
box,
on
and nothing's
too.
gonna be in there.
Now, but it's
East to you,
you're
Hef.
gonna want it. Just to let you know, we are available on SNS if you'd like to follow along the world of Marvel Future Revolution. We are available on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Discord. The mods might be dropping the links in the chat for those.
Let's take bets on who is gonna call it. How much is it gonna cost for these companions?
We have a lot to go over this update. There are quite a few changes coming along. So for that, I would like to introduce my co-host today, Agent Angel.
Hey, how's it going, Agent?
I don't know why I kept calling him Agent M.
Awesome introduction. And yeah, we have a lot of stuff.
Yeah, welcome.
Very exciting. Thank you. Well, glad to see you too as well, Kim. So yeah, before we get started, let's remind all the players and everybody that's tuning in that this is not a live build. So if you see some wonkiness, some crazy stuff going on, just don't be alarmed. It's not what you're going to see at the final product when this update goes live tomorrow. Without further ado, why don't we
Wait,
go
tomorrow?
ahead and get right in game, Kim, and let's start introducing some of the updates.
I thought this was going Wednesday.
So yeah, number one, and
So
That looks like a new uniform for Iron Man.
no, I want you to do it.
so yeah, the most exciting thing and the best update we have is actually the companion system. So the companion system, what you might ask is, Kim, is we have an exciting new.
Somebody else would have to tell me I don't play Iron Man.
Both you and I know, but we could definitely inform the rest of the players as they're pretty curious. The companion system for all of those players out there is a new set of companions that you're going to be able to access through the squad menu, which is right here, right underneath your squad info is the companion submenu. And as you could see, this is obviously like a test build, so I have like all of them unlocked.
Oh damn! This is
you will be able to
oh god
to help you out during the battlefield, and there's plenty of more benefits we could get into definitely later on in the live stream.
oh god.
Now, is there one in particular you want to check out, Kim, so we can show the players how these work?
You see them stars on it already.
Characters up top.
You ain't lying.
Awesome. Yeah,
It could cost you. It could cost you $100 a month to rent.
They're also going to be part of this update.
Oh, Icarus looks dope.
But yeah, as very exciting.
So he's got his own attack, his own defense, and he can level up to 60. He gives a bonus effect to PvP increase and PvP damage.
In between, in your first slot, you'll see something cool happen as soon as you put them in your slot. That's right.
So it is affecting your power. Holy shit. So what did I say? I told you it's gonna be some kind of pay to win shit behind this. And here comes the bullshit.
And look at all these characters we have.
I also noticed they have levels to them as well.
Nick Fury, Yondu,
a lot of characters that you interact with in game, and you just know from comic books as well.
I saw Star-Lord up there too. Did you guys see that?
I see Athena, Cersei, Icarus, Gilgamesh.
Athena looks dope.
I mean, look at her. She looks great.
She looks really
They
great.
all do.
Gilgamesh looks
And
awesome
it's really
though.
cool. And as I mentioned earlier, not only will they help you out in battlefield, as for example, it's going to be, you'll see a little bit later, we'll show and demonstrate on some of the mobs. They'll help you
You
out
see
with
the
some of your
shop button
skills, some
right
of them
there, right?
boost your
You
defense,
guys
some
see
of them
that
will give you
shop
an attack
button.
boost,
Just
and
making
some
sure
of them
you
will
guys
outright
see it.
just beat some mobs up for you, which is really cool too.
I told you guys, and you see
Yeah, I
that
like
goddamn
that.
shop button.
It's really cool. So yeah, let's go ahead and start right now. Let me just show you and demonstrate how, with the potential. Obviously, these are 6-star companions. So
Mhm.
once you unlock some of them with some a shard system, which you'll get plenty of pieces for them to unlock later on at a later level. They'll level you up as well as your CP power, and it'll be a combined squad effort too. So it'll be shareable across all
Holy
3 accounts.
fuck.
And if you could see, just for example, once you get them all, how high of a level you could, how much benefit it'll help you for sure. Let's place them all in there.
Mhm.
I'm trying to see like a percentage there. That was like 10,000,
Power.
10K
Yeah.
power. The Marvel Mall. That's exactly what it's looking like. That was
Which is really
10K
Doing an all
power in
Eternals team?
boost
Yes, you are.
per 6-star
Yeah,
character.
for sure. We'll
And
do
they're
that for
only at
now just
level
to show
1.
off, and then later on we'll show you in game. So if you want to see some of the
So that's
information about the
40,000
Eternals, you'll
power
see Icarus
increase by
here.
just equipping
His
4
skill
companions
is
inside
actually
here.
called Cosmic Blast once you summon him. And it says it'll charge towards the enemies, flying attacks, and deal cosmic energy beam from his eyes to deal damage. So that's really cool.
Oh fuck.
Why don't we go ahead and check some of these skills out in game?
I
Yeah,
want them to
let's
click
get in
on the
action.
shop button.
All right. So Icarus first?
Icarus first. Why don't we go ahead and just head to Xanderth? Anywhere random where there's some mobs might appear.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't have a reason to actually have these
Get ready,
companions now,
Xander. You're
other
not ready
than
for
because
this.
do you need a companion to complete any of the zones they currently have? No, you don't. But you're going to need those in order to freaking level up your power even more. Because 40,000 power is a lot.
All right, there he
There he
goes.
goes. It's hard to see, but yeah, he just came in and wrecked the mob and went away.
So this companion system is the same way it is inside Marvel Future Fight, with you being able to choose friends and their character will join you as a companion. I showed you guys that in a video before, but basically it's the same thing as Marvel Future Fight.
Barrier deployment, and as you can see, he'll set up a barrier, and while the barrier is in effect, it'll recover some of the summoner's guard gauge completely, and the barrier blocks some of the guard damage while active. So not only is this like a 2-hit combo for Nick Fury here, he'll
Oh
also
my
be
God.
able to block you and assist you in attack. So let's check him out real quick in game.
Please click on the shop
Alright.
button.
It's nice to see some defensiveness.
Let's
there.
see if they actually click. I just doubt they're going to even click on the shop button to show us. So a shard system to unlock them. I'm almost guarantee you that these shards are going to cost money inside the shop. There's going to be purchases inside the shop for this watch.
Because, you know,
Sure.
overkill. And as you can see, I have guard gauge immunity there, so it's 2 times beneficial. And you can see his summon time on over his head, so he's only in there for a little bit, and he'll help you out. That's
So the
pretty cool.
character's on
I
a
like that.
cooldown. This is exactly the way
I
it
like that
was
he does,
inside the other
offensive
inside
and
Marvel Future Fight.
Yeah, 100%. It's like
It's weird because so they're going to be on a 30-second cooldown. It looks like they're giving you an overall bonus. The main reason that you're going to have to use
I
these
need
characters
it.
is to increase your
I'm gonna
power
be
level,
honest with
because there's
you.
no
I'm,
reason for these characters to be inside your
getting
team right now.
Near the end of Dark Domain, and I'm getting killed a lot, and I could really use that extra power. So I'm excited for this. I'm ready for it to go live.
Same
I'm ready to
here.
get off the test server, you know?
Yeah, for sure. The same here. Yeah, we're on the test server for now, but so it's like really easy. But yeah, on our personal accounts, as Kim mentioned, I could definitely use this as well. And just for clarification, you're not gonna obviously summon them at 6-star. This is another growth system that you'll be able to work at.
That train is
and
never
unlock them
late.
at 1-star, and then could gradually grow them to 1 and 2 and 3-star. It's important to note that once they get to 4-star, I believe.
If this is
3-star,
poorly
they'll unlock that
implemented,
active skill that you saw right now,
aka
summon
pay to
them in
win,
game. From 1-star to 3-star,
it's gonna be
from
bad.
1-star to 2-star, they'll just help you out with combat power and overall strength. So they'll definitely help with some of your stats. When they hit 3-star, that's when you actively summon them in the battle. So let's check out Thena.
So you can't even summon them in battle till they hit 3-star.
I really like Thena's.
She looks cool as hell with her entrance.
Using her cosmic
It
eternal
looks
power.
like
Definitely. And
like
AoE attack
Odin's
as
skill
well.
inside Marvel Future Fight when
And
he
as you
summons the
can see, it looks like I
Bifrost.
have some sort of attack boost if you see those swords like going around on me. Let me try to zoom out the camera a bit here so players can see. And I'm on camera 1, so think this is as far as.
So it's basically a new skill because the character is not showing up the entirety of the time.
Some of the companions.
I'm just in awe at your test account.
The damage
the
I'm
amount
dealing.
of gold you have right
And the
now,
gold,
and all
yeah.
the damage, and how high your
The amount of gold, the amount of crystals.
Yeah,
Gold,
I'd like
right?
to see Yondu really.
Yeah, all right, let's check out.
You know, Yondu's a favorite. We know him as an NPC right now, but I think a lot.
So
of
you
us
can
know
have
that
4
Yondu
equipped,
can
but
do
you can
some
only
real
summon
damage.
1.
100%, and as you can see, they have their own separate stats as well. So you'll also be able to level them up as well, just as you would level up your
XP
main
gain.
skills on your main character.
I saw on his skill just now it said XP gain.
So yeah, as you can see, his skill is called Yaka Arrow. So I'm assuming it's going to be the whistle arrow that he uses in a lot of the comic books and stuff. Very, very cool looking. So let's summon him in game, Cam.
All right.
You saw that it said you cannot use dodge.
Account. That's not how much currency Angel actually has, or I actually have. And the environment is, of course, a test environment. It's not a live environment.
Hashtag goals, though, right, Kim? We'll be there eventually in our personal.
Oh
account.
my.
One day.
Click on the goddamn shop button so we know how we're acquiring these crystals or these shards that we need to. Like, that's what we need to see. Is like the cost of this.
So let me land here so I'm not in the way. It's weird because like I have auto attack off, but Iron Man's over here going on a rampage. So all right, let's.
Can
summon.
we switch to camera 3 so we can get that wide view?
Yeah,
maybe.
Sure. Let's do that. There's Yondu, and there goes his Yaku arrow.
It's so fast. Of
Absolutely
course.
devastating everyone on the battlefield. So he's really.
So he
Darts
summons
around
in, he's there
everywhere,
for
you
like
can't
10,
escape
15
it.
seconds,
It
and then
will
he
get you.
leaves, and then you're on a 30-second cooldown
And as mentioned
before you can
earlier,
summon him
if
again.
Players are curious about how to obtain some of these companions. You could definitely obtain them by creating, completing some of the content. Also, they'll be available as some of their shards in the convergence box. And of course, some of the options will be available in the as a summon, just how we summon dimension boxes, just how we summon.
What the fuck did I say?
costumes and stuff like
I
that. They'll be
told you.
definitely,
I
summable
said
over
it.
there.
I
And why
said
don't we
it.
take a look at
I
the-
said it.
the
I
summons
said
for
it.
Some of the companions,
It
drawing
was
there.
going to be a pay-to-win system. It's terrible.
Oh, we see a new face.
Yeah, why don't tell
America
about this character right
Chavez.
here, Kim?
She looking
Do we have the
sassy.
America Chavez fans out
So
there?
there you guys have it.
She's
Watch.
in here
All of the
now,
big ones are going to be
working
inside
with
that
the
pay-to-win
companions.
box, and now you're going to have
She
another
has,
whole
you
new
know,
thing in there that you're
a little bit
basically
of a
drawing
rivalry
on.
rocket.
Another
I'm
1,800 crystal
this.
summons
This is
inside the
my
thing for
blade
draws.
cannon.
I
don't
said
know.
it. I said it. I said it, and it's going
But,
to
it's
be
great to see her
bad.
here. Yeah.
America Chavez looks
There's
awesome, though. and I'm gonna tell you
classic
that
symbol.
much
You
right
got
now.
Athena.
So you're gonna pay 1,800 crystals to get 10. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you're only getting shards. So you're gonna have to do multiple of these.
Come to access some of the companions and plenty of ways to level them up as well. It's another unique system that you'll be able to level up.
Oh,
and it'll have
guys.
overall, combat power. So it's very exciting stuff. And
So
just a reminder,
basically,
once they get
more
this
slot
far, you're
machines
able
exactly
to
have
activate some of their
more
passive
slot
abilities.
machines, and that means that you're literally going to like. And you saw a 6-star character is literally boosting your power level by about 40,000. If you have all 4 of them, it's like 10,000, 10,000
And
power
we have a
increase
7-day
per.
check-in event coming
This is ridiculous.
right away when this update launches.
So show us the
That's
free
right, and
methods,
then-
because now you showed us the
And,
pay-to-win
for day
methods.
one,
That's
there
not
is
good.
an awesome check-in reward, and it's Cersei. Cersei at 1 star will be available on day 1.
But Cersei's 1 star on day 1, but you need shards to level them up. This is similar to Marvel Future Fight, whereas you need biometrics to level characters up, and so you collect biometrics through the game. And they do give out free bios and stuff like that, so that way you can
No, I
level
need to
up
make sure I'm
characters
in
and
there
so
for her.
forth. But this is going to be bad because basically they're going to give you a 1-star character. You can't even summon the character till it gets to 3-star. Now you're going to hit 3-star, and then you're going to have to pay as some way to accelerate your acquisition of
Alright,
these
so for the
characters,
previous
these
epic
companions,
invasion, you
so that way you can do it.
remember, and
I
know
told
it's
you
still up
guys,
there in some
there is a
capacity.
culture at
Thanos
Netmarble, and there's
threatened Omega Flight
it's
with
like
his,
everything in this game has
you
a
know,
great
he's a
design,
control freak,
but the
right?
implementation's
I think so.
bad.
And
This
he wanted
is
to conquer primary Earth. He
all right. Show us the free. This is gonna
various
probably be who's gonna
generals,
be
lieutenants
inside
under
here.
him. And it does look like Omega Flight was able to put a stop to his
So
plans.
acquiring a
However,
1-star character
there's no
doesn't
rest for
it doesn't mean
heroes.
anything
know
to you.
this. It's one thing after another, and now we are facing a whole new threat.
So
The
we're gonna have a
Eternals are
27-day
here an epic invasion.
A 27-day invasion?
Other epic invasion. Well, actually, there was only the Thanos one, but yeah, there's plenty of other events to go along with it.
Holy shit! Tell me that Marvel's taking a break for the month of November.
Gonna be able to craft some.
Tell me they're taking a break for the month of November. 27-day invasion.
Well, so that's pretty cool. As well as just the Eternals event collection altogether for getting some of them on your
All right, let's see them. Let's see them.
And the Relay Challenge event.
Go into it.
Now, let's go ahead and just try out the Eternals Epic Invasion.
I warned you guys. If this is going to cost, there's no way that the conversion isn't going to cost. So let's see.
Everyone from Omega Flight is being called to.
Let's see what the upper power level limit is going to be for this one. I got a feeling it's going to be 1.5 million.
The enemy that the Eternals have been fighting eternally, and they're back. They're here.
Why did he?
Just like before, there's various,
it looks like it's going to still be 1.2 million is going to be the upper limit of 5. I wanted to see it though. Like I want him to scroll across.
Just as before with the Epic Invasion with Thanos. And it's going to be pretty tough right off the bat since I'm the only one on this test server, but I'm sure you can get in there with your alliance mates.
At level 3 with 1 million power, dude, you fine.
Yeah, well, we have to keep reminding people this is a test account. It's not out there in the wild with you. Angel and I don't get to play on it, unfortunately, under normal circumstances.
Yo, is that Iron Man costume new? I need to know that.
I got 101, so I'm trying to get it to 102 for sure on Dark Domain.
You know what's fucking funny is that I started playing Marvel's Avengers on the PS5, and I played as Iron Man the other day, and yo, well, nobody look at me, but I actually had fun playing him. I hate that goddamn character.
I know, the numbers.
All right, so it's the same as before. We basically gonna have a pre-staging area for fighting characters and then walk in. I want to see the collection. Like seeing the gameplay here isn't going to really help us. I want to see what the requirements are for accelerating. If this is going to be the same, it's just basically going to be about speed and how quick you complete the event in order to get those points. So the bad part about this is going to be that there are going to be players that are going to be locked out from that top tier reward, and that's going to be bad, guys. There's a lot of shit going on this goddamn screen in this one. I don't get why they shoot themselves in the foot. The companion system should have just been a free-to-play system for characters to have a reason to grind. So make those shards and things like that drop inside the world from bosses, and that way now the bios are dropping, and you can just everybody has a chance at all the characters, and it gives players a reason to continue to grind. You could have dropped them inside Dark Zone as a reward. That would have been better. Like I did, yeah.
I believe the companions are only going to be able to be used in some of the content, not all content. So I think in regular campaign, and we could confirm right now too as well on any other content they're available to use.
Okay, so the companions aren't going to be able to be used in all content. I'm going to imagine that means that they're not going to be able to use in Omega War. They're not going to be able to be used inside Dimensional Duels. They're probably not going to be able to use in Spec Ops. I'm going to imagine that they're going to be able to be used inside your normal blitzes and any of their PvE-driven content. Exactly, Tay. This is not a good look. This should have, like, with the server numbers dwindling the way they are, this should have been something that should have been 100% a free-to-play win, because it was something that's not needed in the game right now, especially in terms of adding another layer of pay-to-win. Like, just add this in the game and make it a free system. This shouldn't have been a draw system in the game.
It's kind of hard to do alone, yeah.
Oh, check it out. Yondu is here. So yeah, let's summon Yondu to help us out. Good call with chat.
So we can use the summons in here.
This is very new.
Yeah.
That means we're probably going to be able to use the summons in Raid. We're probably going to be able to use the summons in Blitz. But like you can see right here, like acquiring these characters and leveling them up to 6-star, we got to get shards. How are the shards going to be acquired?
I'll try my best not to get destroyed and see if we can see some of his battle for sure. Oh, that's gonna be hard.
Just watch that cooldown on Yondu, and maybe he can help.
Yeah. This one's looking a little bit like more more active, I guess. Like I like the fact that they didn't go with that the same dual battle like they did with the
Is he out? Is he out?
I like that they didn't go with the same duel battle like they did with the Thanos thing. Like to be honest, I had fun playing the Invasion, the Mad Titan. I thought it was pretty decent and pretty good. The only thing that I hated was the fact that we had to battle, you know,
something that needs to be figured out.
Thanos and Ares, and you were basically just managing the ability for players to keep them apart. And I don't know, just I wasn't
You're
there.
not gonna want to autoplay this.
Another 10K maybe.
Well, not so on my account. I'm probably only gonna do
Bro.
like 2 level because
Bro, the amount of money I'm about to imagine whales are about to drop on this summon system is going to be nuts. Going to be absolutely
I
nuts.
don't want to ruin too much of the battle, so
1800, not for the full character at 6-star. 1800 for shards. Think about that. You're paying in this game 2,000 crystals is a lot. You're looking at 2,000 crystals is almost 30-40 bucks.
Like the crafting and the check-in and the login, so a lot of fun there.
So you're just doing that not for a complete character at level 6. You're doing that for a character all the way just at shards.
Yeah, this is not the kind of thing I would think solo normally.
Not at all, not at all. You definitely need friends on that, which is cool. Like I
See, they still have no idea. Like a lot of the player base, even some of the free-to-play players, are already sitting at 900,000 power, sitting at 1 million power.
Something that's not in this update does make that really clear. Kim, if you could tell them some of the new content, some of the future content as well.
Okay. Yes, there is something coming along, but it will be beta. It's in beta on weekends, coming soon, not immediately, not when this update launches, but soon.
So then shut up about it. Don't say anything.
Alliance Omega War is what it's called. And a lot of player feedback was taken into consideration
Oh
for
my
this
God.
about, you know,
Who's the
more
marketing
Alliance
team for this?
content.
This is the
Thus,
same
this
problem
new
that they
Alliance
had
Omega
just
War
now
will
with
be,
Magic, is that you announce
new
Magic
for
in August.
you and your mates in
Here we
Alliance. So,
are,
this is only in
beginning of
beta,
November, and we
all
still don't
feedback
have
for this.
Magic. Why announce
Content
this?
will be in a future update, not going live tomorrow.
So
but
don't
later
announce
on in
it
a
right
couple
now.
weeks. So the way you can participate in this is to have the alliance leader or the deputy.
So why are we
register for
talking about this?
participation
Don't
in the
announce
war,
this. Shut up.
Which will be held every weekend. This is the beta only on weekends. So the rewards will be given based on the results of the war, and those results will be counted toward the newly added alliance ranking.
We already got that information inside the dev note, and the fact that now you're saying that that's not even coming when it was saying that in the dev note that it was coming in this update, this is terrible marketing. What?
Implement a lot of the changes that are being heard in the community, so don't stop there, please. We welcome all feedback, negative and positive, for sure. So yeah,
Show us the actual collection rewards for the freaking Eternals update.
Yeah, no problem. So there will be some system changes for alliance ranking. There will be more rewards coming to agents in active alliances. So on top of alliance contributions right now, that includes checking in, donating, and alliance loyalty.
I gotta type this in. Let's see if we get it.
Be taken into consideration. Battle Challenge, Omega War, Dimensional Duel, Omega War will all roll into your weekly alliance ranking and the chance to get more rewards.
Absolutely, and it's again a lot of the feedback we've been hearing that there isn't as much incentive to join an alliance, and now it'll be a lot more incentive since a lot of the content that you just mentioned, Kim, will be contributed for your weekly alliance ranking as well, and it's a new chance to just get a lot more rewards and new systems for you to strive for to become like the top alliance.
Yo, guys, type that shit in so that way they get bombarded with it. We want to see what the rewards are for the invasion, and we want to see what the rewards are for the free-to-play acquisition for these whatchamacalls.
So that's really, really cool. Which is basically the strongest character that's going to be in.
I'll be there 5, bro. Nobody care about your 5. We want to know about this now. Like, what the fuck? Yo. Hey guys, like, yo, if you're watching a stream, get down here to the chat and type in what the hell I just typed.
Yeah, I mean,
so
you
go
are
in
on a
here,
server with only
inside
one
here,
person,
and keep
so
typing
it will
in. Tell
mean a
them,
lot
show
more
us the
when
freaking
players
rewards.
on the big servers actually get elite
or
ranked.
the new
Yeah, and
invasion.
be,
We need
divided
to see
into
that, right,
ranks
guys?
and ranks by
We need
hero
to
type.
see
So
the new
especially
rewards for
since
the
you're the
invasion
top player,
and
if you
show
found out that
us
you're not
the
the top player, the number one,
free
they'll
to
also be
play
awarding, the
acquisition
top 8 players as well.
Mhm.
or
And
companion
with the like,
shards.
special system, I'm assuming it's probably be like a copper or a
We need to
silver
know
kind
that,
of
guys. So,
reward,
like,
like
if you guys
stuff.
can, that's what we
That's
want to
pretty
see.
cool.
We
Pretty
want to
cool
see what the
incentives
free-to-play
to
acquisition
showcase a
method
lot of,
is
like,
for
your,
these.
rankings that you're like pretty high up there. That being
Like-
said, one thing that I keep seeing in the chat as well is I'm sure everyone's excited about is transmutation.
Oh, fuck.
Let's check
I think
that out.
people are about to get even more
It's a
pissed
brand
off.
new mechanic right here
So
on the
I like to
right side.
craft.
Dying to see this shit. Oh, Lord.
So we have
Transmutator.
something new coming into the workshop.
100%. And the transmutation is
Oh, Lord.
essentially what it is as you guys have seen in the dev notes, is if you ever got any kind of specific gear item that's only by one character specifically, this is a chance for you to select some of the
Show us the cost.
costumes and
Like if you
transmute them to one of the other players in your squad, you know. So it's a chance to get it from exclusive to one player and transmute it into another player. So that's
Okay, so show us the cost is right there, 200 crystals.
along with the transmutation for the characters, I mean for the costumes, you could also do that actually for your Omega cards as well, Kim.
that'll help if you want to complete a certain
Okay, so
collection.
that I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. That one's not so bad. If the cost is just gonna be 200 crystal per transmutation, that's not necessarily gonna be bad.
Maybe I want it for Captain Marvel, and the transmutation will definitely help you there.
So you're basically looking at, you got 4 costume pieces. It's going to cost you 800 crystals to transmute a full complete set for the uniform. And it's going to cost you 1200 to transmute a full complete set of Omega cards.
So previously, you could only dismantle battle badges, right?
Yeah, a lot of like those 1 and 2 stars, those pesky low level ones. This is gonna be.
I knew it was going to cost you crystals or something. I knew it wasn't going to be an in-game free-to-play method.
Something-
I'm not going to complain
Yeah.
too much because they
no,
do
no, it's
provide you
something I
crystals
definitely do
in-game.
daily, that I would love to see crafting for. But please break it down.
Yeah, 100%. So right here, as you see in the workshop, as well, along
So-
with everything else like before, all the costumes and stuff, you could.
He's scrolling way
upgrade
too
and
fucking
craft.
fast for
You
this.
could definitely will be able to, depending on your star level, craft any kind of battle badge you want, depending on like the material, and you'll be able to use some of the battle badges you previously acquired. Obviously,
Okay.
I wish this was my account again.
So we can use our 5-star battle badges to craft those, and it looks like it's just going to cost us the conversion to silver. This is going to be good. Now it's only Blitz battle badges, which isn't bad necessarily, but this is actually good. I knew this was probably going to be the one thing in here that was good.
And the 3s are kind of like depending. There's like a lot of controversy there. Keep them for some of your
Hey,
squad
you're
mates
not
and
lying.
love.
There's going to be a lot of players that are going
This makes it
to
really easier. If you
roll
want
characters
a
onto
chance
Black
to
Widow.
Craft some 4 or 6-star battle badges. That's pretty cool. You could be crafting them here.
So if you've been saving all your battle badges, it looks like it's going to cost you 5-star battle badges.
Implemented the new system. They're actually also achieving collections and increase your power through battle badge crafting. So it's also you're gonna craft them, and you're gonna be able to complete some of the challenges that they're gonna add as well.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
So the battle badge thing is the one shining light. That looks like the one free-to-play thing inside there.
Stuff with the nano infusion. Full disclosure, I haven't even nanoed any of my costumes since it's pretty difficult. They have to be max 6-star. So a lot of you endgame players out there that are wanting an opportunity to nano infuse some of your 6-star items and re-roll that bonus stat, this will be your opportunity to re-roll right here. So it's pretty simple. It's, the same as before. If you want to,
They need to change this. This is the crazy that you
you'll be able to do that as well now.
You know how expensive it is to just get one character to 6-star. You know how expensive it is to get another piece to 6-star, and then you got to re-roll it.
Everything. Just to reiterate, we have
I still won't do it, Tay. I won't switch to Black Widow. I'll stay with my Doctor Strange. The only way they'll catch me switching is
I really enjoyed the Thanos one.
if Thor gets released. Like if Thor or a Nova Richard Rider got released, I'd switch in a heartbeat. Like I'd re-roll for sure.
Same here. Me, I'm actually really excited for the companion system, since not only is it going to be an active skill once they
Show the
start,
free-to-play
you can use
option
them in
for
battle, but
for
they're gonna
acquiring
help you overall
shards.
CP level, so you'll be able to level up and access some of that content we were talking about earlier, Kim, like as you and I are stuck in dark domains. So yeah, it'll definitely be way simple to another system to help you level up and use them in Battlefield. So it's a win-win situation as I see it.
I'm ready.
I'm
I
ready.
could really use the boost.
100%. Same here as well, Kim. So yeah, it's pretty exciting content. I can't wait for a lot of
I can't type too damn fast right now.
Feedback, and definitely relay it over to the devs. And we're always listening. We're always welcome. All the feedback, positive, negative, neutral.
Yeah, that conversion grind from what the costs look like there, that's going to be, I mean, to be honest with you, I've got like over, I've got a lot of conversion from dismantling, but it doesn't look like inside here I'm going to have very much room to dismantle stuff anymore.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
All right. Well, I guess
that's it.
that takes us to the end right here.
You didn't show us anything, dude.
Well, thank you all for joining us today. This was a very heavy update live stream with a lot of information.
No, it wasn't.
Thank you all for joining us for that. And of course, there will be more live streams to come. I want to remind you all to check out and follow Marvel Future Evolution's SNS pages on Facebook,
Yo,
Instagram,
this was a terrible. These live streams are like.
Get a mod to post those links in the chat or description. And of course, now that we're at the end, this means
we're in our 40s
for the giveaway coupon code.
Oh,
so there are
man, I don't. These live streams are like
iOS. For Android, you can enter the coupon
like
code.
when you make fun of the dudes for like being 2-minute pump jumps or some shit like that. They are so quick and dirty.
And for
Because
iOS, you can enter the coupon
there was nothing
code
in this stream that he really offered.
webpage. There is a link for that. That I hope the mods can post in the chat or description. If you don't see it after a little bit, I would refresh the page and get it there. The coupon code is Eternals versus Deviants. So what we're seeing right now is Eternals VS, not the whole word versus.
What the fuck is that noise going on in the back of them?
Code as soon as you can
Like somebody playing the drum or some shit.
Your reward, which is an Omega card draw ticket.
Yeah, it's a really good reward.
Yeah, it'll help.
And
I'm looking forward to
not
that too.
Omega
Once
card
we're done
draw
right here, and I can
tickets.
get up my
One Omega card draw
game.
ticket. Fuckers,
Yeah,
that ain't
so
nothing.
To redeem it, please follow the link, or if you are on Android, go into the in-game settings menu under settings and then coupon. I believe that's it for today. Thank you all so much for joining us. We're gonna leave this stream on loop after Angel and I sign out with the coupon code that you'll need. And thank you all once again for joining us from Omega Flight. We'll see you next time.
Later, agents.
That was a terrible stream. These dudes kill me. That was an absolutely terrible stream. Eternals versus Deviants. That was a terrible stream. I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you guys. They showed us none of the rewards inside of the actual invasion. We really needed to see those rewards. It was kind of important to see those rewards inside the invasion. And the one thing that they were really amped about providing to us was the companion system. Well, all they showed us for the companion system was enough to piss off people, because it is exactly what a lot of us thought it was. It's another pay-to-win scheme, because you're looking at the companions and they're inside the draw shop and you get shards from them. This is the same way Marvel Future Fight works, where you need to collect biometrics. That means I'm gonna have to pay into that system multiple times in order to collect shards. They didn't show any method that as a free-to-play player you're going to be able to acquire it. The one thing that they said inside here is that there's going to be a login event that you're going to be able to receive a 1-star Cersei. That doesn't really help you out, because he said we don't get till, you can't summon the character till that character reaches level 3. Without knowing the free-to-play method in which we can grind for that character, this doesn't help us, because you're literally increasing the gap between the pay-to-play players and the whales by showing this. My hope is that, you know, that when this is actually going to get released and we see the patch details and stuff like that tomorrow, because he said tomorrow, but I'm like, the patch shouldn't be live until 11/3. We need to be able to see how are free-to-play players going to acquire shards by not having to pay for them. If we're still going to be if the only method inside the game is that you're going to be collecting 1-star characters here and there, and that's it, it's not looking good. I agree with you on that, Chrome Viper. DCEO was a really good game in the beginning. Really, really good. This is the worst nickel and diming that I've seen inside a mobile platform game outside of like Lineage and Seven Deadly Sins. Well, Marvel Strike Force was really terrible as well, but this is terrible. So I can roll for 1,800 crystals. Let me cancel this and let me go back because I want to go back inside this stream right here when he talks about the companions.
Not only will they help you out in Battlefield.
So like if you notice, it's going to be a 1-star character and you're rolling for this 1-star character, but you got to level that character up to 3. So all your pay to win players, all of your whales are going to basically be able to purchase these shards inside there. And even for them, this is probably going to be a lot. He didn't explain to us what this bag was. He didn't explain to us what these details were. So this is all inside information in there that we're missing from this. I'd expect that if you're streaming this, the one thing that you are going to want to show, right, is the method in which free-to-play players are going to acquire these companion shards. Because if you come over here when he actually goes inside the actual let me see where he goes into that actual shop. If you go inside the method when he was like, yeah, this is how we actually receive these things, and he went to the shop, it was like terrible, dude. Like who in their right mind is going to pay 1,800 crystals to get shards? Not to get a complete that's not to get a complete character. That's to get shards of a character, and the system doesn't even really seem thought out. Like, look at this, guys. You're literally paying 1,800 crystals so that way because you see it right there. You see it. It's a special companion. So imagine that you are going to have to come inside this shop and draw for 1,800 crystals in order to get any special companion. And you already see how bad the draw rates are in this game. They're terrible. The draw rates are terrible. So imagine, so let me see, like, purchase for 1,800 crystals. America Chavez showing up in the game, that character model, that's pretty cool. I will admit that, like, America Chavez being in the game, pretty dope. I'm not gonna complain. But so you can look at this right here, right? And you can see, like, it's shards. It's no different than Marvel Future Fight's biometric system right now in order to level up characters. How many biometrics am I going to need to level up Athena from level 1 to level 30? You can see even inside here, there's like some bullshit ass companions inside here. Who wants these characters as companions? Like, they're ad characters, you know what I mean? Like, these are, like, you can see the filler inside here. And here goes the problem with that, because you might not be understanding this. Here goes the real fucking problem right here with this system, is that if you look at the total villain log inside this game, which it looks like they're including inside here, right? Because this includes all the ads. Like, you see, there's Ultron robots inside here. I think these are the Ultron blasters. These are some of the Hydra agents inside here. These are Sakaar Red people, and this is the MX people and stuff like that. So basically, what they're going to do is they're going to pad the fuck out of the total pool of characters that you're going to be collecting shards from. And so all of these characters that nobody wants to play with, ain't nobody want to play with ads. Like, let's be fucking 100% honest. Nobody is going to want to get an ad character at all. If you're going to tell me that you want one of these characters to be your companions, I'm going to call you a fucking liar on the spot. That's 100% true. There's nobody that's going to want to play as these ads, but it's going to fluff the total number because they're going to be able to add all of the villain log, and you can see how big the villain log is for the total, like, you know, count and stuff. And now you're going to basically have to draw from that pool in order to work up. So this looks interesting right here, because if you notice my man Redbeard over here right there, that looks like Volstagg. I'm assuming that's Volstagg, but I don't know. It could be some other different character inside there. And this looks like Star-Lord right here from what I can tell. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. Wait, no, that's not Star-Lord. It looked like Star-Lord because of the glasses, but I just realized it's got a single eye. So think about it in just what he's showing inside here. The one companion that's special is Thena. That's it. That's all that he drew. It looks like that says it's 30 shards. I'm going to imagine it. I'm starting up Marvel future revolution right now, so you guys can see this. That looks like 30 shards. You're drawing that character at a 2-star, so he already has Stina. So I'm gonna imagine that since he got a 2-star, this is terrible. So okay. So he already has Stina at 6 stars. He re-rolled the character, so you can see that instead of giving it, it's changed to companion shard. So he already has it. So that means if you get a 2-star Athena in here, that's basically 30 shards. So I'm going to imagine that it's probably going to be 15, 30, and then increase by that. Let's assume, for the sake of assumption, that it's going to be 15, 30, 45 up the scale till you get to that character's 6-star. The amount of ads that they have inside this game in terms of characters that you're fighting against is going to create a drain on here, man. This is, yeah, Tay, dig the grave, because this is terrible. This is absolutely terrible. Still no addition of pity system. I knew that it was going to be bad. The companion system, I didn't know it was going to be this bad. The question that I really have at this point is, what is going to be the free-to-play acquisition of these characters? Like, the only way that I could see that this being successful at this point in my mind, yeah, Tommy, they do need to add Thor and Hulk as a companion. The only way that I could see this being successful in my mind at this point is that if we are farming in the open world as free-to-play players, that the characters that we're fighting have the ability to drop shards. That's the only way I could see this not digging them the grave. But the problem is, you're not fighting Thena, you're not fighting Volstagg, you're not fighting, you're not fighting Nick Fury, you're not fighting these characters. So how are you going to acquire those? Maybe they just drop inside the area. Otherwise, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be terrible. With each character basically at 6-star, representing a 10,000 increase in power boost, man. Just consider the gap between the pay to wins and the whales like immense. He never showed anything inside the Eternals Invasion event, but this signifies a lot to me. You guys can take it how you want to, but they're talking about the invasion is ending in 27 days. Good God, my man. That is a month of what they are considering an event season rewards. That's 27 fucking days. Wow. That's a lot. So he never showed any of the Eternals craft event. He didn't show any of the collections. He didn't even show the relay challenge event stuff in here, which was terrible, right? Because that's what you want to see. The one good thing is that you kind of got a glimpse of the power levels inside here. So you can see the power levels look about similar to what they were inside of the Mad Titan invasion. So you promised companion will Hulk will companion affect stats. Yeah, he's probably gonna have some really good stats on him. He should. But so it looks like, actually, to be honest with you, these these recommended are lower than what they were for the Mad Titan invasion. If you notice, the step 4 is only 440,374. I think we were at 600,000 in order to be inside here. I'm going to imagine this is going to change, guys. I can almost guarantee. Bro, you notice they said nothing about Magic coming this year? They said nothing about Magic coming. Like, people are asking, you might want to open your mouth and say something. They said nothing about Magic's arrival, but they had everything to say. Yeah, Ghostly, it is lower power, but I think that's going to change. I really believe that's going to change. I don't imagine those are going to stay the same. Not after we just fought Thanos and the power levels were so much higher. Are they going to taper off the power levels from here? Because this is like a full 200,000 less. Because it was 674, I think it was, inside the Titan. So this is like, that's like 300,000 less than what it was inside the Mad Titan invasion. These are way lower power levels. And you're talking about, man, 30 days, damn near 28 days for this event. So we're obviously still collecting tokens. It looks like we're getting less gold as well, but this is stage 3, so I don't know. And then it looks like we're still getting, what is it? So make converging boxes, something like that. Or yeah, that's what it looks like. I'm not sure, guys. This is who wants to do this shit for 28 days? Ghostly, I, I'm trying to hold myself in and restrain myself a little bit because I'm a little heated and I'm a little pissed. But here goes the truth about it. It is an Omega card system. It is another level of badging. I showed you guys with Marvel Future Fight the fact that they just introduced artifacts. Let me pull that up for you guys. I'm going to pull this up for you guys so that way you can see it. I got to do that. I didn't have both games loaded, but this is 100% the same as a badging system inside here. It is 100%. They are badges. They're, especially the way they made it seem was like this was going to be a minion system, right? Where these companions were following us. That's not the case. What these guys are doing, and I'm going to show you guys this with Marvel Future Fight. So bear with me for a second while I pull up the game. I want to show you guys this, and I'm going to show you why this is going to be a terrible system, because they could have implemented this in a very different way, and it doesn't look like they took that route, because this was going to be the route that was going to give them money. Pixie would be cool. I would love to see Pixie in the game, or Lockheed. I would like to see Lockheed more than I like to see Pixie. Let me load this. I'm trying to load this up because I really want to show you guys this while we're on stream. I don't like this companion system. So I guarantee you one of the rewards inside of this epic invasion for the Eternals is going to end up being one of the companions. The problem is, I bet you that companion is probably either going to be a 3-star or a 4-star reward. Mark my words on that one. And I'm going to imagine Icarus is going to be the one that's inside this this invasion. I don't know that it gives you extra kills. I mean, he was definitely, the companions were definitely helping out with the kills. It didn't give you skills. It didn't give you, well, actually it gave you stats. The transmutation and the badge craft. I told everybody, and people were pissed off at me when I said that when they announced the notes inside the badge craft. But I keep trying to explain to people, you really have to read between the lines with Netmarble. When they inside the dev note, when they described the badging system inside there, or the crafting, they were very detailed about what it is that they wanted to do, and they outright said you're going to be able to craft, blitz badges up to 105 and stuff like that. So you knew that was coming, and it was going to be a good thing. It's the way you read Netmarble stuff. But when they talked about the other stuff, the companions, and they were very vague, they didn't have very much information there for you. You can automatically tell aside that was going to be bad. The transmutation, I'm going to have to say, I know there's going to be a lot of free-to-play players that are going to be pissed off at me saying this, and they're going to be mad. But basically what you're looking at in terms of that is like, so let's say they release Magic next week, and you're a fan of Magic, and you decide that you want to play Magic. Well, you got to pay the 400 crystals, right? So that way you can unlock a character slot for Magic, because I'm going to imagine that's what's going to happen. You're going to have to pay 400 crystals to unlock. So that's 400 crystals there. Then you're going to have to pay 800 crystals so that way you could 800 crystals so that way you could transfer over your gear to Magic. So now we're at 1200, and so then you're going to have to pay another 1200 crystals to transmutate your cards. So you're looking at about $2,400 in total for you to transmute things for every new character. So you see how they work that price in? So the power creation, it's going to be ghastly, my man. It's going to be, oh my God, dudes, it's going to be so bad. So every new character, players are going to get excited about a new character and the ability to play those new characters. So they're going to do it. But here goes the thing about Omega cards. Do you really need to do that? Oh, Godslave's going to burn money plus 5,000. Dude, this is going to be the wailing out is going to be the wailing out. So you guys can see the system that they've put in place here, because basically now you're going to be paying $2,400 for every new character that you end up wanting to play and wanting to play at max. Because now you can actually day one roll all your gear from whatever character you have right now. You can roll all your battle badges, you can roll all your comic cards, you can roll all your uniform pieces to a brand new level 1 character. And guess what you get to do with that character? play it through the shitty story that we've already played 8 goddamn times over again. So think about that. It's bad. So like, so we can see the seals right here that we're having to collect. I guarantee you that Icarus is probably going to be included inside of this as reward. The player ranking really is, like, I hate to say that, like, you know, Elon, you're right. I'm not gonna lie, like that's pretty much what it is. The player ranking is well ranking, and the alliance ranking is going to be even more well ranking. It's weird, man. I don't want to talk bad about the game, like, but I just the design of this game is spot on. Like, the elements inside here are really good. The problem is that the implementation is just terrible. So like, to address like one of the things that you guys see, so like, what hero do I want companion? Oh man, Gambit would be dope. I would like Gambit. So I don't know, man. Like, so like, if I had to think of a companion, right? Like, I would think they would add, not, you know, these, like, who the fuck wants to play as a Nova Core trader, right? So like, on the screen, who wants to play as a Nova Core trader? Who wants to jump and play as a Red Eye Sicarian? Who wants to play as these villain logs? Like, so I'm going to pull this up for you guys, right? So like, let's go to the collections inside here, the activity log. So I want you guys to imagine, right? Looking at this, you're literally looking at this entire villain log right here being part of the pool that you're pulling from when you actually want to pull a companion. So that means these Ultron assaulters are inside there. We saw that one actually inside the pool, right? That means all of these things, these characters are most likely going to be inside the pool. Do any of you want this as a companion? No, I don't want Logan as a companion, dude. Logan needs to be like 100% in game. Yeah, so they do. So like, I was just pulling that up for you to see right now. Let me let me pull it back up, because I was pulling it up and then I like I got distracted. Sorry about that. So the characters have active skills and they do have buffs inside there. So let me see if I can pull that up for you to see it. It's Deadpool. I mean, if they're not going to give us the characters and we're literally waiting for years to get these goddamn characters, then I would say, yeah, let me just get like some of these characters as what they are. But I would really like to see, like, you know, like Ant-Man would be a cool companion. Adding in Wong or like Cleo for Doctor Strange, that would have been really cool, right? Like, imagine if you would have said that we had Wong, that he got introduced into the game, right? Or you had like Cleo got introduced in the game, or you said like Iron Man got introduced, so they introduced like Pepper Potts, right? Or like Pepper Potts, or like you know, Dum Dum Dugan or some shit like that got introduced into the game, right? Or like, you know, for Storm, you know, maybe you added in like Jubilee, for instance, right? Or like Professor X as companions. Like, something like that would have been good. You know what I mean? Like, you could have piggybacked that way. Like, okay, Star-Lord is in the game. You already have Rocket Raccoon and freaking Groot inside there. So you could have made Rocket Raccoon and Groot inside there. So you can see, like, this was what they showed for the companions. I'm trying to show you the screen where it shows the actual buff, and I'm like terrible at scrolling through this. I had it up too. I'm like terrible at this. Terrible. But you can see the characters basically come, and then they have skills inside here. So you're gonna have to level them up from Nick Fury, Broken, and PV. I don't think that we're gonna get to use, if I had to guess from what they showed and what he said, I don't think that we're gonna get to use any of these companions inside PvP. So don't bet that you're going to be able to use, you know, any of these companions inside Omega War, Dimension Duel, or Dark Zone. I could see you being able to use it, but I don't think, you know, any of the PvP modes like Alliance War and stuff like that. I don't see that happening. All right, here we go. There we go. I found it. I found Jubilee would be awesome as a companion, man. Gives 30% and 40% attack buff. So you can see right here, this is basically what they were showing, like the skill. When they summoned, they seem to only summon on screen to do a skill at one time. They didn't necessarily pass a buff to you though, right? So that's not to say that a character wouldn't pass a buff. So it would be cool to see it. Like Magneto's already in the game, TJ, so that could be cool to see. Rescue would have been good as hell. War Machines are already good as, you know, would have been in game. So it would have been nice to see those. But you can see like for Yondu, right? Basically, he's summoning it with a skill and he's giving this a 40-second cooldown. Why does this have a 40-second? Required stamina is 35. And then you can see you cannot use dodge skill for 3.5 seconds. Bleeds when the skill lands, and it decreases HP recovery by 50% for 7 seconds and has a guard break low on it. Summons the Yaka arrow, and the Yaka arrow does like 447 damage. So you can see it's not like very much in the way there of like, you know, it's weird because yeah, let me pull this shit up for you guys. I think this companion system is going to be terrible. One, it is unneeded, right? Completely unneeded. It's unnecessary whatsoever. If I get matter of fact, if I get 5 people in this chat right now to tell me they are having problems clearing content that they feel these companions will add, I'll shut the fuck up and say that it's not stupid. But I don't know of any content that's currently in this game that legitimately works out to you actually needing this. So let me show you something inside Marvel Future Fight where this companion system shit came from, so that way you guys can see it and laugh. You're gonna laugh at this shit, right? So like, let's say I go inside this event right here, right? And I want to complete this quest. So I'm gonna get shards for, like, call these shards, or you can call them biometrics, right? But I'm gonna get biometrics of Magneto for running this event. And then I have a dimension shifter reward that could be Cyclops, Storm, Beast, or Rogue inside here, right? But watch this. You see at the bottom here, right, that I have my friends pool. And so from my friends pool, I can select any one of these characters so that way I can have them summon in. So let's use Nerd 35's Maestro, for instance, right? So watch this, guys. I want to show you this so that way you guys can see this companion system in play and it not being a play to win scenario. Watch this shit. So basically, I can come in here and I can run this, right? This is going to be funny. Watch. So I'm going to show you how what I'm saying by the design is good, the implementation is terrible, and it doesn't need to be this bad, because I want that character to come in. So like, for instance, I ran that mission. No dimension shifter is available inside it. I ran the worst mission to run for this shit. But notice on the right hand side of the screen, you're going to see him, and I'm able to summon him to call him for assistance. He comes inside. I'm gonna have to run a longer mission than this boss mission. I forgot that this one was so goddamn short, but you're not gonna be able to see it inside here. So watch this. Let's stop this one. Close. Go back, and let's do a mission where it would actually run Twisted World. Yeah. So let's start this one. So you can see the dimension shifter inside there, right? Watch this, guys. Broken this game forever. I think what they're doing, I don't think the game is broken, because like I said, I think the design is good. I think the problem, so watch this. So you see my character doing all this stuff, and you see this character over here to the right. I summon that character in, and you see that character on screen, and she's helping out with the battle. Not so much right now because my character's just wrecking shit anyways, right? But you can see she's with me, right? She's literally fighting with me. This is the fucking companion system that they've got in here. This is the companion system, guys. This is the companion system. Like, legitimately, you see what I'm saying? And you see she disappears, and now it's on cooldown, right? So she's not there anymore. I can't use that character anymore. But it's going to be the same exact thing that we did inside Marvel Future Fight. At some point, your power is going to be so great that you don't need to do this shit. And when you don't need to do that, that basically those characters are just going to represent stat bonuses for you on screen, because you're getting 10,000 power from 6-star rank ups. That's terrible. That's just terrible. So like, look at this. I want to show you this too, right? Because you can see that what they did with that character is no different. Like I think Ghostly said, it's a badge system, right? I don't think this is going to be used in PvP, Ghostly. I don't think this is going to be used. I'll cut my words if not, but I don't think that because he said that it wasn't going to be able to be used in some of the modes, that you weren't going to be able to use all of them in some of the modes. So I want to show you guys this, right? Those characters basically came in and they provided a stat bonus, right? But you notice these characters have stat bonuses, right? So I can add new stat bonuses here to my character if I equip this on them, and I equip it onto Wave, for instance, and she gets all basic attack for 25% and additional 5% of total instinct. That's a thing inside Marvel Future Fight, right? So it's one of those weird things that they did because you didn't need to implement it the way that you implemented it. The design of it is pretty cool because, yeah, you don't have the ability to... Exactly, Ghostly. My bosses don't use dodge. So who the fuck is the dodge working on? I get that, but he said that it wasn't going to be able to use in all modes. My only likely thought is that we're just not going to be able to use it on PvP. I just have this feeling, Ghostly. I get what you're saying, and I get that. I get like how this would work against Spider-Man, because when it first came up on screen during the stream, I was like, yep, that'd be cool to use against Spider-Man, right? That'd have been cool, but I don't know, man. I just don't see it playing out that way. I just don't see us being able to actually implement it on what's his name? I don't see it just being able to be used in PvP. Like he said, it's not going to be able to use in some modes. I'm interested to know what modes we won't be able to use it in. I am interested in that. I do want to know. Here we go. There goes Nick Fury. This is what I wanted to see. So Nick Fury's was in here because I look at Nick Fury as a complete... Why the fuck does every time I have it up for Nick Fury, it doesn't want to stay there? I don't know why. Like whenever I pull up Nick Fury, it's like... Nah, bro. So look at this one here. So Nick Fury summon a companion. His companion duration is 15 seconds. He's going to apply 19.4% of the hero's attack. And Nick Fury is setting up a barrier. Barrier duration 8 seconds. Guard gauge recovery and guard damage immunity. Knocks back when a skill lands. Okay, so like this one looks like it's a buff to your character. Like, you know... That would be pretty decent. But you notice as well that we're going to end up having to enhance the skill. So that's going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to when they release this. I can't promise that I'm going to purchase any of these goddamn companion bios and stuff like that, though, because this shit looks like it's going to be expensive. It looks like it's going to be expensive. And unless there's a free-to-play way of grinding this, it's going to really separate it's really going to separate stuff. I'm not liking the companion system. I will say, I believe, and you guys let me know what you think, but I believe that it is a win 100% that we are going to get that transmutation system. 200 crystals is a lot less than what I thought they were going to do. It's a lot less than what I thought it was going to be. And the ability to craft badges just using Convergium and almost to be able to guarantee yourself that you're going to get a 6-star badge. So it looked like you needed 5-star badges in order to craft a 6-star badge. The question is whether or not that 6-star badge is going to be completely random. Now, I don't think that you have too many Blitz badges at 6-star. Well, you only have the 105 6-star badges. So, and I don't think there's any other 105. So it'd be interesting. But what was I saying? So if you had the badge system inside here, like I'll show you guys this. I switched out a lot of my goddamn badges though. I put a lot of my badges on Captain America. So the really cool thing, like they said though, right? So I'll be able to take some of my trash 5-star, 4-star badges and stuff like that inside here, and you'll be able to put those badges to somebody else. So like to build a 6-star badge. So it'll be a quicker system. You won't feel bad about playing Blitz anymore and just getting 5-star badges, because if I collect 5-star badges, I can get 1 6-star badge. That's not bad. I'm not complaining about that. You can collect 4-star badges and level them up. You're still probably going to be looking at this at the end of the day though, and you'll probably end up just dismantling 1, 2, 3, and 4-star badges, because at the end of the day, it's probably just not going to be worth it for you to collect the 4-star badges to level up to a 5-star badge. you're probably only going to want the 5 and 6 star badges. So you probably still won't be behind the Convergium, loop with this. So I think it'll be good. Like, I think the badge system is probably the best thing that they showed inside there, because you're almost guaranteed to get a 6 star badge at this point. And they are doing what BDM did. Not all stunt works in arena, but works other PvP modes. Yeah. So, did you hear what he said about Alliance War? Did you hear what he said about the Alliance War, the Omega War? I don't even know why the fuck they talked about it. Like, the whole purpose of the stream is to tell us what we were going to get for the next event, or the next update, which is supposed to happen, on the 3rd. But then we got that dev note, and then they literally said, well, this isn't coming for weeks to come. So we're looking at most likely December time period, if not, Thanksgiving, because I'm going to be honest with you, with the 27-day loop that they currently have for the invasion, I'm imagining that's to be in that they're taking off the month of November. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think that's what that means. I can't imagine why we have a 27-day, so it's kind of weird. Like, yo, this screen does not want to stay on Nick Fury's skill. Like, I don't know what the fuck that's about. But this is irking me, man. Like, the companion system is irking me. Yondu looks cool. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did think that I do believe that the skills that they showed for the companions coming in looked pretty cool. Sigma versus X-Force every day. And the funny part about that, Tommy, is like, Sigma and X-Force have set up times where you could actually, do alliance. So I think that's literally legitimately what's going to be, is Sigma and X-Force versus each other every day. I mean, we do have other people on the server, so I'll be honest about that. Like, we have Spider Pigs is they're pretty decent inside Omega War. I get trampled by a lot of those guys. Multiverse, I think they're pretty good as well. So we've got a little bit more alliances, and don't forget, we do have the server mergers, or it's not really a server merger, but we've got Omega Flight moving to America East and some of the other servers moving, so our ability to cross matchmake will probably increase that as well. That's what I'm saying. Like, Ghostly, he should have shown that instead of showed the shop. He should have showed the way free-to-play players were going to acquire these companion shards, because right now, like, I don't want to, be a Debbie Downer, because I really like this game, the design of it. But if you go inside your activity log, why am I always lost when I'm fucking streaming for something? But if you go inside your activity log, for instance, and you see that this is a total of 58 characters that's inside here that you're literally farming, for villains. Yeah, man, that's a lot. I don't know. It's weird. I don't know. Like, that's gonna be terrible. Like, to see. Yeah, I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see the design implementation behind it, but knowing how many villains are inside the game, it doesn't bode well for me to talk about the shop purchase for it, because I know that you're going to be pulling from that really big pool, and your ability to drop special characters in there, you're going to be spending a lot of money. Here goes the problem, right? Is with Netmarble and developers in general, the only way for that stuff to change is for people not to make use of it. So if it gets released, and the only way for people to actually acquire these companions at a quick rate is by paying for those 1,800 crystals and doing draws, if they collect money, they're going to collect money. But if people don't pay for it, then they're going to have to go back to the drawing board, and they got to address those things and be like, well, why are people not spending the money? But the problem with this game right now is that people are spending the money. Like, one of you guys said, like, Godslave is going to drop like another 5,000. Like, if you have people dropping that kind of money on it, then they're going to push them. I already showed you inside Marvel Future Fight, they developed a whole game mode that was based around 50 players, because they whale out that hard, and it was 50 players that they just basically gave a whole mode of timeline battle for. Kill our phones and our power bills. I would much prefer that these shards were dropped through farming inside the open world areas than, and people were to leave their phones on, than it was that they were to be trying to collect this. Because remember, I don't know how many people can use emulators, but I guess I'm a little bit blessed in that regard that I can use an emulator. But that would be a process where you could just set up the emulator to farm those shards and stuff like that. I'm looking at how that, as I think about that too, he didn't show how the shards were going to be accounted for in inventory. Yeah, that's going to be interesting as well, because he didn't show how shards were going to be accounted for inside the inside player inventory. Because imagine collecting shards for all of these characters, even if that was there, and they are now counted against your inventory totals. Woo-wee, that's going to be a lot of fucking shards inside inventory. That might not be so great. I don't know, guys. I really don't know. The invasion event actually looked pretty cool. I will give them that. This invasion event looked pretty cool. Like the scenery and stuff like that. It's still reused stuff, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. But it did look pretty cool. I enjoyed the battle that they had basically here against Crow with the mechanics and stuff like that. It's pretty much the same as always. Dodge, dodge, dodge. The thing I would have liked to see, though, was what the fuck were the rewards? I guarantee you Icarus is probably going to be the reward inside there, and you're probably going to be able to get either a 3-star or 4-star companion from that mode and be able to craft those. That's going to be my likely bet, is that's how we're going to be able to get the Eternals companions from this raid event. But 27 days 27 days that's a long ass time. That is a long ass time. So maybe shards will be included with primes and elites like Omega cards. That would be a really good option, because then like I said, as a free to play, you'd be able to collect those from them. So to me, that would be good. Damn, I gotta close these windows. Yeah, close. I guess I got too many fucking windows open or something. Let me see something. So this is the part where I think like some of you guys will probably end up complaining, because when we look at this stuff inside here and we look at it where it's like alliance ranking, and we say like how the alliance is going to balance out with the player ranking as well. Ooh, this is definitely going to be whale wars. I mean, there's going to be more stuff that, basically whales are going to generate to. This could potentially be bad for players, because obviously if you're going to get alliance rewards now from this stuff, players, alliances are going to be more likely to try to acquire as many whales on alliance as they can, so that way they have a better shot at getting these rewards. And that could be bad. Like, I mean, at the very least, it will force agents to be, or whatever the fuck they want to call us, players to be active within the alliance. But the whale wars is, the bad part about this shit is like, whales are always going to be at the end spectrum of this thing, where the game, some of these things are going to appeal to them, and it always appeals to that sense of ego, meaning that I'm number one, I'm at the top, I'm inside this, and I got the best rewards inside here. And so if that exists inside here and players fall for the gumption of that, then they're likely to spend money on those things just so that way they can be the top whale. Like, that's basically what it is. Almost like, flashing my wallet, I got more than you. Or like, flashing my PC system, I got a 3090, you don't have that. These rewards basically look like Omega boxes. So I'm going to imagine these are 3-star Omega boxes. That's what it looks like inside here. You already have those in the alliance pool, so, but you just get them like every 7 days. No, but Ghostly, that's the problem with the game in general, right? Is that in general, the rewards are not worth it. The rewards just end up having you chasing, you know what I mean? Like, so you get a 3-star of something, but it's not worth it. Like, for instance, I did this week Dark Zone event, and I went and spent the badge boxes, and I got a 3-star and a 4-star battle badge from doing that shit. I'm like, the rewards aren't worth it. So you end up just chasing rewards that you end up having to spend on something else, and you don't get an endpoint to it, and you're constantly chasing those terrible rewards. Like, I mean, these rewards are terrible. Like, so if I go over here and I literally get the top alliance ranking inside here, I'm looking at eight 3-star boxes, basically. That's what I'm getting, 8 3-star boxes. Like, fuck out of here. Like, I'm gonna have everybody put in all that work, manage my alliance and everything like that, so that way I can get 8 3-star boxes. Who the fuck wants to do that? Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to engage in that, because right now the way it works, you go inside the alliance loyalty and you get one of those boxes. The RNG boxes, bro, they fucking kill me. I hate that shit. It makes me not want to play Omega War. It makes me not want to play Dark Zone, because I'm like, I could put in all this work and I'm still going to be slave to the RNG gods over here. Like, I can come in the top 10 and I'm still going to be slave to the RNG. The same RNG that somebody in the bottom 40 gets. The only difference is I have better chances than they do. That's it. Send us Discord. I do not have a Discord channel yet. So the channel is growing. Exactly, that's what it should have been. A 10 pull would have been better. So Tommy, my channel is pretty goddamn small. Let's be honest about it. I've got no problem admitting that. I've only got about 250 total subscribers. So when I started it, I didn't really look at creating a Discord channel per se, but I am going to set up a Discord channel. So if you enjoy the content that I'm coming, I will create that, and I will use the Discord while I am playing games, so that way people can jump in and out, so that way you can do that. I've got the link for my Twitch channel because I created that, but I've just been using YouTube streaming because it's just a little bit easier to try to grow the base there. But I will start streaming gameplay on Twitch as well. But yeah, I think the battle badge system, guys, that's going to be the best thing to come out of this update. I genuinely 100% believe that this is going to be the best thing. The only thing that I'm concerned about is I don't know what the fuck this is. Did you guys pay attention to that? That this, you can see this right here. I'm assuming that this is just telling us 5 badges, that we have to select 5 badges, and then we use the Convergium inside here to select the 3-star Convergiums inside there. Thank God. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I didn't pay attention to that before. Oh boy. Do you guys see this shit? So it's a craft rate. Maybe the craft rate is going to be dependent based on the level of badge that you use. So if you use 5-star badges, then the craft rate will go at a 1. Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers just cannot get rid of the RNG in this game. I do still believe that the battle badge system is probably going to be the best thing out of here. The transmutation system is a waste of time at this point, especially with them not giving us any information about Magic, the release date for Magic, or the release date for any other characters. Like, I don't get it. Like, let me go back and look. Where you see the other tab inside the workshop? Let me go back a little bit. Let's go. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, you talking about this one? No. Oh, wait. What is that? Oh, dude. Good eye there, TJ. Jai, excuse me. Good eye. What is that? I wonder. How much you would make a bet that's the companions? How much you make a bet that's the companions? I bet you that's the companions. I bet you that's the companions. So I'm gonna bet, like, so we've got the costume one right here. We can see that this is the battle badges, and these two were previously in there before. And I believe this is what you're pointing out, Jai, is this one right here. Yeah, I got a feeling, Jai, that that's gonna be the companions. But the problem is you know how that works, Jai, is that it's literally going to be, well, those are the companions. If we have to craft companions or companion shards in there, you know those special companions are going to be low drop rate. They're going to have the low chance of acquiring companion badges. The question is whether or not these pieces of shit right here, these sin particles are going to be needed inside here. So yeah, GL Strike, Jai. I think Jai hit it on the head. I didn't even notice that tab there, bro. Good eye on that one. I got a feeling that that's what it's gonna be. That's the companion one. He said that. I must have not been paying attention. I was too pissed at them to pay attention the whole time. So thank you, Peanut, for catching that. So we're gonna be able to craft. Oh, brother. Exactly. Like, that's been my point with the companion system from the first place. It's not needed. I'm still throwing it out there. If 5 of you could tell me any part in the game where you feel like you can't complete it on your own right now, then I'll shut the fuck up about it and say the companion system is good. But there's no part of the game currently that I ever feel like I need a companion, especially a companion that only shows up for 15 seconds and then pieces out and the guy's a 30-second cooldown. I don't need it. So what was the point of adding it other than finding another RNG system to milk us for cash? Because at this point, the craft system is inside here, we know how it's going to work out. Most likely is it's going to say the same shit. There's a low chance to acquire a special companion inside here. And so we're going to literally spin these. And if it costs any of these sin particles, the good thing about the battle badges is there was no sin particle cost associated to it. It was literally just, you know, the badges and then the convergium that was sitting over here. So that's good. That's why I think the badge system is the badge system is definitely gonna. The good part about it, Ghostly, though, is that while you're looking at probably having to craft multiple badges, because the thing is you're still going to be crafting those badges, and but GL, you don't need the companion for alt characters to level up. You don't need that. You literally don't need that. Like, if you are trying to level up an alt in this game, the only thing you need to do is transfer your battle badges that you have on your main character and the Omega cards that you have to the other character, and that will be enough. Like, you don't need a companion for your alt characters at all. Like, there's no reason to have a companion. The very second character that I leveled up was Captain America, and when I transferred my cards, which weren't the state that they are right now, and they weren't and my battle badges weren't the level that they are now, because remember, the battle badges you can only do at like certain levels, so they're keyed off on. You don't need those for alts though. But with the transmutation, you're right, Ghostly, because it's going to eat up those freaking your resources, because you got to remember that those battle badges that come out are probably still going to have RNG stats, and they're still going to have RNG cores. So while you are probably going to get a 6-star core, I'm going to imagine that there's going to be no guarantee that you're going to get the stats that you want on the very first roll. So yeah, Fantastic Four would have been nice to see. There's a lot of characters that they could have added inside here to kind of complement the system. That would have been great. Imagine if for Black Widow, for instance, because she's the character currently in the game, that they added Yelena Belova or Red Guardian. That would have tied into the Marvel movies in and of itself right there. Imagine or they could have added Hawkeye in for her as well. Imagine for Storm that they added in, you know, Wolverine and freaking Cyclops. Imagine for, you know, Spider-Man that they added in, who the fuck knows, Venom, and I think Sable was a good character for him. I think Black Cat would have been a good character for him anyways. Those would have been better companions instead of trying to give us these fucking companions, the ad companions. Quickly, yeah, I think this is the only way they're going to be able to bring heroes quickly to the game, because I was surprised that they gave us information about the Alliance Omega War, but they didn't give us information about Magic at all. Like, there was no information about Magic. So they announced her in August, September, October has passed. So that's 2 months. We're now into the month of November. I'm going to imagine, based on this dev stream, that we are not going to get it. That's my problem, Ghostly, right? It's like the gotcha systems inside here are just too many and too costly. Like, they're really expensive and they don't have any real pity system. Like, the Omega points counts as a pity system, but it's really not. Spider-Man would have been a great to have, like, the sheer number of characters that they could have added in for Spider-Man as a companion system would have been great. Like, I mean, you could think of a litany of characters that they could have added in for Spider-Man that would have just been cool. Like Octopus, like Doc Ock would have been in there. That would have been cool. You know, Mary Jane even as a freaking companion, since they got like Nick Fury in it, that would have been cool. You know, like there's a lot of characters that they could have added in specifically for these to have companions for that look, guys, I really don't understand where they went with that companion system. I'm not happy about it. I'm not pleased about it at all. I am irked about it. The battle badge and the transmutation system. Exactly, dude. Like, why call them companions when they're literally out there for fucking 15 seconds? It's a 15-second skill with a 30-second cooldown timer. Why call them companions? That is literally a support character at that point, right? Like, it's just another skill. Like, you basically found another way to add an additional skill to the characters already in the game by adding in these characters, because that's what you're using it for, is like another skill. It's unneeded, bro. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, TJ. If they added Ghost Rider as a companion, I would have went ape shit. I'm not gonna lie. I probably would have went ape shit for Ghost Rider. I'm not gonna lie. Well, maybe not for a companion, but like if they ever add Ghost Rider is another one of those characters that if they added to the game, I'd probably go ape shit. Silver Surfer would be cool. Like the day they add any of the cosmic level characters, like Silver Surfer, Nova Richard Rider, Captain Marvel, not the fucking Captain Marvel we got now, but Captain Marvel. Those characters have been cool as hell to have. Gamora, Drax, like there's so many fucking cool ass characters that they could have added in here. Ghost Rider would have been Ghost Rider would have been fucking sick. Imagine every time you try to make your movement, he had that bike and the bike just like lit shit up. That would have been fucking cool. Yeah, they're not companions. They're only a skill. It's not even, bro, you can't even compare that to Tag in Marvel vs. Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom, Tag was better than this shit. Like, I don't know what the hell this system is, but it ain't it. Like, the only thing they announced on this stream that was actually any good for the player base in general was the transmutation and the transmutation and the battle badges. I still believe the battle badges is a good idea because it allows you a guaranteed way of getting 105 battle badges or the next level of battle badges, because I still don't see a reason for any player, period. Like, be sure about this, guys. I don't see a reason for any player to ever go inside that shop and try to purchase or craft battle badges that are not at the max level. It is so easy in this game to get from level 1 to level 100 or level 105 or level 110. It literally is a matter of hours. You can literally level up a character in about 8 hours and just bypass all of the blitzes. They basically just added another way for you to bypass the blitz completely now at this point. Like, there's no reason for you to play, you know, blitz levels 1 through 105 through 100. You have no reason to play those blitzes. None. There's no reason. They like, we're 3 months into the game and they invalidated all of their content. So at this point, it shows you how dumb they are. Like, I don't want to say how dumb they are. It shows you how like unaware of their own game they are. They've invalidated completely that. They didn't even address the fact that they said they were thinking about rolling back so that way you could complete all the other ones for rewards, which is just insane to me. Magic is useless. Like, she's not going to be Magic's not going to be a game changer. She's not going to pull players into the game. She's not that kind of character. She's not that level character. Most casual players don't even know who the fuck Magic is. Like, that's just the truth of the matter. They would have been way better off had they, introduced other characters that are, more well known than Magic, especially if they were going to wait, 4 months into the game's life cycle to introduce their first characters. Like, at this point, players are not going to be enthused because there's nothing to do right now inside the game. You're really just playing spin cycle of Blitz, Raid, Spec Ops. And then if you really want to, jump inside the PvP content. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. Like, I expected there to be more inside this revealed, and they really didn't reveal a lot, in my opinion. But we only have another day. I'm going to definitely probably live stream the release of that content. No, you know what? Not probably. I'm 100% going to release the live stream the release of that content so that I could jump right in. I make no fucking promises, however, about jumping in and making any purchases for companion shards. That shit probably not going to happen. The one thing that I am happy about is that I can jump in my game, and I know for surety now that I can crunch all of the boxes and things like that I have inside the game. Matter of fact, I might just finish that out here. Let me see something. I might just finish that out here. I think I can just do that here. So so I've been holding on to all of my gear boxes and comic boxes. It's really just gear boxes and shit like that. I've been holding on to all of those because I've been like in expectation of what they were going to do in terms of this transmutation. If the transmutation is just going to cost crystals, then it's just a crystal cost. Like, I think everybody has to realize that there was no way they were going to ever have a way to transmute the characters from one place to the next, and that it wasn't going to be at a cost to players. I thought it was going to be way more expensive than what it is, so I'm happy that it's not, but it is what it is, so you got to be happy about that. 200 crystal costs, so basically every character is going to cost you, every new character that they introduce into the game is going to be 2,400 crystals for you to purchase. That's not a bad thing at all. You really can't complain about that at all. Yeah, so they had an XP buff on Yondu, I think it was, or was it? No, it was on Icarus, I think it was. He had the I think that's who you're talking about, right? I think there was an XP buff on him of like 15% or something like that on Icarus. Let me see if I can find him. Yes, Icarus looks dope as hell. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. He looks uber cool to me. Let me see if I can pull up his stats. Come on. I think they showed his stats. I don't know why I'm having trouble with the let's let that play. Let me let that play through. But I do believe, yeah, you are right, Ghostly. From 100 to 110, they were going to have to figure out a way to do that because people are not happy about the Dark Zone method of acquiring XP. There's nobody's happy about that, and it doesn't even really take long to get from 100 to 110 via that, but nobody's wanting to do that on their other characters because the amount of time that it takes. There's no benefit to it because there's no benefit to take your alt characters from 100 to 110 because the only thing that you're really gaining from the characters is the benefits between 0 to 100. So there's no benefits that come for the characters once they reach 100. So you have no reason to actually acquire any to do any alts past level 100. There's just no reason. You acquire all of the titles, you acquire all of the rewards and the squad rewards and things like that are going to boost up your character. So all of the power boosts that are going to happen to your account from leveling up an alt stops at 100. This lets you know they didn't think this shit through. You know what I mean? Like they clearly did not think it through. So the thought process inside there for you to remotely even want to level up a character is just like, why? There's no reason. There's no reason whatsoever. You have no reason. But I do think it was Icarus that had the power boost. But let me see. Was it? Why didn't he pull up the stats for one of them? Or it could be in here. It could just be I'm not seeing it. Let's see. He was terrible at navigating. It was like he was trying to make sure everything went by so quick so that way he didn't have to show anything, which was ridiculous. But I do believe you. So let's do this real quick. So this is my box of treasure trove shit that I got inside here that I've acquired most of this shit in this way, right? So let me dump this shit inside here. And you guys, so we definitely don't need you in here to clear up space. So with the way that it's working now, we essentially don't have a reason to hold on to any of this gear anymore, like any of these boxes, because you pretty much are almost guaranteed that you're going to get decent enough rewards or a decent enough way to convert gear inside there. So what I'm going to do is let's start out with, you know what? Let's start out with the region costume boxes. I only have 4 of these, so let's retrieve these. Let's retrieve these. Those are probably going to take up the most amount of inventory space inside here. Let's pop open these boxes to see just how terrible, because that's essentially what we're doing, right? Just how terrible the actual reward mechanisms are in this game. So we can do all these secret wars, nothing there. We can take all of these boxes. So these are just going to be normal 1 to 3 star costumes. So it doesn't really make a difference anyways. So we knew we weren't going to get any regional sets from here. And the sheer number of number 1s inside here is ridiculous. Like, this is ridiculous. And then we can open up these. I don't think it's going to let me open up all of them though. Yeah, my inventory's full. Okay, so I want to show you guys this as well. This, I think for some of you guys that are looking at alt characters and stuff like that, let me show you how you should be utilizing alt characters real quick. So the costume augmenter. This is what your alt characters are going to be good for, guys. I'm going to be perfect. And this is the only thing that they're good for. XP gain 28% on what character? On what companion was that, Ghostly? So I'm going to point out something to you guys, right? So I want to show you guys this. This is the only thing that your alts are going to be good for, especially now that they have the transmutation system in there. You know how on every single character you basically get the headset for those characters from playing through. Well, those are pretty much guaranteed nano fusions for you, and that's going to be the only thing that those alts are good for. You play through on an alt, get the nano fusions from those, get those, you know, like if I wanted Hydra Empire, for instance, now I can level up a Hydra Empire set 7 times because I have all the other pieces. So that's what your alts are going to be good for. Not to mention your alts will be good for collecting all of these one star pieces and stuff like that. That's essentially what your alts are going to be good for. Outside of that, I don't think you have very much reason to collect alts other than the title rewards and stuff like that. Church other hero. What do you? I'm sorry, I'm a little lost there, Tommy, on what you're trying to say. Sorry, you lost me a little bit. All right, so let's go back inside this inventory. So now you got 100 of these boxes. Good for nothing, probably. Jesus. Oh, like, see the number of 1 stars in here? This is a 3-star box, and you're like literally just the worst of rewards. I just, oh my God. This game is like so infuriating because it's so goddamn good when you look at it, but it's so fucking bad when it's talking about the implementation. Just all right, let's go with these. Let's combine all of these. Nice. Okay, there we go. So you can see how I combined all of those. Like, this is legitimately the only good use for those. If you're building dark domain set, how can you beat the region and your alts to nano dark domain? Oh, why are you wanting to use the dark domain set? And what character are you playing, Strike? I don't really, to be honest with you, the dark domain set was a set that I'm in the wrong goddamn thing. Collections. Costumes, let's see. So the dark domain set right here, I have some pieces for it, but for me this wasn't a really good set. Like the illusion magic class skill being +6 wasn't really good for me. So it was a set that I kind of whiffed over, but you still did get, I believe I got my headpiece from completing the dark domain. Oh, you're talking about the one you've seen in there. Okay, so inside my inventory, I'm tracking where you are at, Strike. In my inventory, you see that I got the dark domain piece, the cloak right here. Yeah, I'm not a free-to-play player, so I got it from Rolls. That's where I got it from. Yeah, didn't get that. Like you notice, I got the dark domains. I got the gloves too somewhere in here. Yeah, there you go. I got the dark domain gloves and I got the dark domain head, but I got that from Rolls. I didn't get it from yeah, I didn't get that from the dark domain set. Who said Peter? Yeah, Peter, you're right. You don't get the dark domain head from there. Captain America dark domain set because he has the attack defense. What is, let me take a look real quick. Activity log. No, why did I keep going that guy? So fucking stupid. Costumes. Oh, I can't look at Captain America's. I'm not logged. Oh no, switch it. Captain America. What is his dark domain set? Defense and attack with the shield absorption class skill. Well, I can definitely see why you would use dark domain with him. You're going to be hard pressed, man, because you literally will have to roll for that set from the shop. And I mean, it could change when they release Dark Domain Part 2. Who the fuck knows when that's going to happen? So that might be it. We'll have to see. Oh, Yondu had the experience buff. I didn't see it on Yondu, dude. You sure? I know I had Yondu. I had Yondu up here. I didn't see the 28. I believe you. Let me scroll over to double check it. I don't see the buff. The experience buff? Don't worry, bro. We're going to get into this on the 3rd. I promise to God we are going to stream this shit, and I'm going to good, the bad, and ugly this shit. 929. Let me take a look at that. 9. Oh, you said 1929. I'm so fucking stupid. 1929 of their stream. Wait, what the fuck am I doing? Jesus Christ. Oh, you know what? I'm such an idiot. I'm literally... Oh. Such a moron. Where is it? God damn, bro. I cannot find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. Damn, dude. You if you got a full set of Dark Domain from those, you balling out, bro. You balling out. I will say, in all honesty, I do feel as if though the drop rates in the shop have secretly been nerfed, but it's hard to test that if I'm being honest. It really is hard to test. Let's collect these. See, these are all rewards now that you can basically pop now. We'll pop these as well because I need those. Oh Lord, we'll see what happens with that. Now I'm not gonna pop these boxes yet because I don't know what I'd do for these 2 boxes just yet. So I won't pop these boxes. But let's go back over here and let's pop these. So we've got the 49. These are gonna be costume Omega cards or cores. Don't give me any goddamn cores. Like, it's so sucky to see cores. But look at all the 1-star bullshit in here. Ugh. Ugh. The rates in this game just terrible. Just terrible. Let's open this up. It's almost guaranteed to be the 2-star. Don't you? Obviously, this is going to be a 3-star costume inside here. 1602 and Fair Itself boots. What do we got here? Omega supply box. So this is supposed to be 3 stars. I'm almost guarantee you everything's going to be a 3-star in this fucking dumpster fire. All right, let's see. 3-star, 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 3-star. Oh, we got 1 4-star comment card. Okay. Not that I can give a fuck about that. 3-star. Holy shit. Look at that. I got a 5-star comment card out of 65 pulls on there. That's cool. 4-star core. But we all know what cores mean, and that's about worthless. Okay. And then we've got this 4-star region, select and acquire for. Oh, wait. No, don't use that. Don't use that at all. We need these because I'm leveling up, like I said. We'll use this one right here. Oh, my inventory's full. No, to be honest with you, I think that's the problem that they're running into is I think that they're running into the issue where how do they tackle that? Because they ran into this issue when they did Marvel Future Fight a while ago, for instance, and they what they did was they released Captain Marvel and she had a uniform and it was supposed to be a special uniform and you basically had to pay like almost like $200-300 for it. And players were pissed off about it. They like literally boycotted, basically, essentially, right? And so the problem that you ran into with that kind of stuff is how do you justify improving rates when players who have paid for the game were paying things at those rates? How do you do that without in angering them? From my standpoint, whenever I pay for stuff, I'm paying for it at that moment for what it was supposed to be. And I wouldn't be pissed off if they improve the draw rates after and that's just what it was. I would prefer them to improve the draw rates than for them to keep them currently where they currently at, because it doesn't make sense. That was actually a good fucking Hydra. You see this shit? That's actually a good piece of Hydra Empire. It's got critical damage, critical rate, and defense pierce on it. Ooh, if I was playing Star-Lord, you know what? I could, like, wow. Critical rate. What was the one that I have? I don't want to nano infuse you. I just want to see what you were, bro. Let me see. Inventory. Yeah, because the one I got has status effect accuracy. Ooh, you know what I'm gonna have to do? Ooh, yeah, that's actually a good helmet. Like, if you look at that helmet that I just got, like, this one's trash, right? Status effect accuracy. Status effect accuracy, status effect accuracy, status effect accuracy. Those are all trash ass helmets. Like, straight up, they're trash. Like 100% trash. But this helmet, critical damage, critical rate, and defense pierce on it, that's a good helmet. Legit, what I might do with that helmet, with this one for Star-Lord, I might level this bitch all the way up to 6-star and then just transmute it over to Doctor Strange, because that's good stats. Those are stats that you want. Let's see what the next few stats are going to be, though, as I level it up. But no, I would not be mad if the chances were better after the update for boxes. I feel like they need to be better in order to improve the game overall. Like, I'm not saying that they need to make it in such what the fuck did I just do? I'm not saying that they need to make it in such a way that, you know, they hinder themselves, but I would like to see those draw chances be better. Overall, I feel like the draw chances need to be better. I think that is going to benefit the whales. I think it'll benefit the players, the free-to-play players, the pay-to-play players. So, like, it's going to that kind of stuff will just help the game in the long run. So, and anybody that says otherwise, I think they're just really short-sighted. Like, improving those draw rates is like one of the things that they joked about that shit inside the stream. You see how everybody got pissed about it. It wasn't just the whales that got pissed about it. It wasn't just the free-to-play players that got pissed about it. Everybody was legitimately pissed when they made the joke about the draw rates, because all of us recognize in some capacity that those things need to be improved overall. It just, those draw rates need to be improved. I hope that they to be honest with you, Pig, I don't know how much you actually pull inside the game, but I'll be honest with you, the draw rates have seemed, in my opinion, like I really do believe that they have been improved somewhat already. I can't say how much, but I do feel like they have been. Oh shit! Look at that! Oh! I got McGuardia pants. Critical damage, critical rate, and attack on those bitches. That's nice. Unfortunately, they're illusion magic class skills. I don't really have I've been trying to play with Doctor Strange illusion magic class build for a minute, and I'm not finding a way to really make it work. Skills don't hit like that. Premium supply boxes. Let's see what I get from this bitch. All right, Black Order. I think that's a new card for me, actually. I don't think I've gotten that card before yet. Mighty Thor, Space Plants. Nothing really. All right, so nothing really from all of those except for those cores. I think that's all the shit that was inside my squad. Let me see. So we go back to squad storage, and all we have left is pretty much the region selection box that I have here. Then we have this Elite 4 to 5-star costume box here. You know what? Fuck that. I'm gonna retrieve that one. And then this one is just a normal 5-star costume, so we'll retrieve that bad boy as well. The only one I don't want to pop up is the region selection box. I just don't want to pop that one yet. Being stingy. Got all these cores. Watch, we can go over to this core machine as well. I'm gonna draw all these fucking cores and watch how bad this shit's gonna feel. I'm gonna be like, it hurts my feelings. All right, let's see. All right, so we've got no, not you. Don't want to make this mistake. Let's see if I get any 16 fucking 02 cloak. And then the 5-star, let's see what we get for that. Blue pants. Okay, no reason to cry. Just a 5-star box. I always knew when I got that bitch that it was gonna be trash anyway, so that's cool. That's cool. But we can look at the inventory and we can see like the rewards from there. So like I even got the Dark Domain boots. I didn't even realize I had almost a complete set of Dark Domain shit inside here. I actually have Dark Domain boots, gloves, and the headpiece. You know what I want to do though? Where's that goddamn? There we go. Let's upgrade this bitch. I want to see what the stats on this bastard's gonna be. No, I don't want to level you up. I want to level you up. There we go. Let's go with you. Let's get this bad boy to 5-star. I'm dying to see what the next stat on this bitch is gonna be. Crit rate, defense. Oh shit. Ooh, look at that. All right, boys. So I want to point something out to you guys if you haven't noticed already, right? This is a good fucking roll for a headpiece. It's got crit rate at 10.4%. It's got crit damage and it's got defensive pierce. This is a good ass headpiece. that compared to the headpiece that I'm currently wearing, so for instance, like, you know, getting that air to surface bullshit on a fucking character is on a Omega card is bad. Well, getting status effect accuracy on one of these headpieces, that's bad. So like my current, you know, one has that inside there, and having that is just trash. So like so you guys can see right now, this is where that transmutation system will work out really good, right? Because right now, if you looked at this the transmutation, basically getting this Star-Lord and being able to level up, well, it's a Star-Lord helmet, so I'd be able to pay the 200 crystals to convert this headpiece over to Doctor Strange and use this on him. Because at this point right now, I think I get one more stat on this. So if the stat boosts any one of these, defense, pierce, critical damage, or critical rate, as long as it's not stat accuracy, that's good. That's legitimately good. I don't have very much reason to use the Dark Domain cloak for this, so I might end up just foddering that shit. And it doesn't look like I have 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I don't have enough anymore. Oh wait, I can combine all these. Okay, let's combine all this shit. So it was nice to get these Sakaar pants and stuff like that inside there. I really do want to level up these Savage Shadowland gloves, but you can see it's got this status effect resistance on it. So guess what? That's a shitty ass set for me. I think it's cheaper still to just purchase things. Isn't transmutation random? No, it's not. So that was something that they put out. Danny Koo talked about it in Discord, and they put it out. I know, right? It seems too good to be true, but basically the way it's going to work is all of your stats on your piece are going to carry over to the other piece. So when you transmute, like even for your Omega cards, it's going to carry over all those stats, and it's going to convert the exclusive stat. So like, for instance, say you transmute, let me pull up my Omega cards real quick. Heroes. So say, for instance, like I have this Omega card and it has air to surface damage. Well, say you want to play Captain America for some reason and you transmute this card. It's going to carry over all of these stats, and it's going to carry over the exclusive stat as well. But what it's going to do is going to probably change it from air to surface damage to ground to air damage for Captain America. So all of that is still going to carry over your transmute. I know it seems too good to be true. What server? I'm on Omega Flight. So that's why I was like the two best things, because 200 crystals at 2400, that's 222. So that's 1200 crystals right here to transmute all your Omega cards. It's 800 crystals to transmute all of your gear. So you're transmuting all of these gears. That's 800. So at base level, you're just looking at 2000 crystals in order to transmute an entire gear set, basically from one character to the other. That's pretty decent. I'm going to be honest with you guys. And then, like, if it's a new character that's coming out, don't forget you're going to also have to play the 400. Right. So who are you playing right now, Ghostly? Because that's the really cool thing. Like for me, for instance, Doctor Strange has fallen off quite a bit, right? Like in terms of, you know, his viability in a lot of modes. He's still good in PvE for what I play. Your IGN is Devils 55. Let me see. Hold on 1 second. Let me see if I can find you, because I've got room to add people. So I'll add you in here. Friends list. Find friends. Let's see this. Devil Z555. This shit is terrible at finding things. Like, what the fuck? Oh, there you go. Okay, it just took forever. You're on bro, you're part of Omega Reborn. Let me take a look at your shit. Let's see. So you got a cat. Why does it not show me any of your cards and shit like that? Do you just not have any cards equipped to your Captain America? I know this motherfucker got better shit than this. Let's see. Hold on 1 second. I didn't even look at his Omega cards. Let's see. No equipped. You must have like removed all of that shit. Like just as I was like coming in here. All right. So I sent you a friend request. You can send a friend request in 23 hours and 59 minutes. Send me a friend request on there and I'll friend you. Oh yeah. I figured that's his alt. 302,000 on it. He's sitting at 147 squad rank. Of course, that's his alt. What did I complete in here? Oh, I found, yeah, that Black Order was a new card for me, so that's cool. It was a new card for me. I hadn't completed that one, so that's 200 crystals and 1,000 Omega points. I'm almost done with my card collection. I still need the Spider-Man and Black Widow cards. But see, Ghostly, that's the really she damaged goddess. Yeah, Black Widow, like that's the cool thing. Like you're bored of playing Black Widow, but you want to switch over to another character. Like unfortunately for me, the truth of the matter is, in terms of all of the heroes that currently inside the game, to be honest with you, there's no character in this game currently that I would switch off Doctor Strange from playing. And that's the bad part for me. Like I know that it would probably be more beneficial, for instance, for me to switch over to a character like Spider-Man or Iron Man. I like Spider-Man, but not enough to switch to him. And I'm very biased against fucking Iron Man. I'm like so biased against Iron Man. He's just not one of my favorite characters. Like, to be perfectly honest, he's just not one of my favorite characters in general in terms of Marvel Universe on a whole. Why the fuck did I do that? But I probably switch over. I would probably switch over to, if I had to, and I was like, yo, I'm absolutely tired and bored of playing as Doctor Strange, I would switch over to Spooderman. Probably he would be the one I'd probably switch over to. Who looks badass? This motherfucker. He does look badass. I'm like his in-game uniforms and stuff like that, his Savage Shadowlands and stuff like that, they look badass. But Doctor Strange is my dude, man. Like, you don't know how many comics I've collected as Doctor Strange. Just so many. I don't know why I keep pressing back. I like depends hero bill, which one? Your main. Who's your main? Like this is the weird part in this game, is like having primaries and alts inside this game, like the time that it takes to just build, I don't know, you just don't have very much reason. But I like I said, that transmutation system, I agree with Ghostly. It just seems too good to be true. It really does, but it is what it is. I don't even know what to say about it. It seems too good to be true. It's scary. Like, it is scary that I just can't imagine that. I did not expect them to come out and be like, hey, you know what? We're going to do a costume transmutation and it's only going to cost you 200 crystals. Oh, thanks, Ghostly. And it's only going to cost you 200 crystals per piece to transmute. That's fucking dope. Be honest with you, that's fucking dope. Like that's cool as shit. Like, you can't complain about that shit. You just really can't. There we go. So I'm leveling up all these. You see, it's going to take me forever and a day that I got to level up all these just so that way I can smash them. I guarantee you 100% that I'm going to end up leveling up this bastard and transmuting it to put it on my Doctor Strange. That's 100% going to happen. Did I use my region sets to combine that Star-Lord? No. I didn't use my region sets to combine the Star-Lord helmet. I used my it was the non-region set pieces, like this one right here. No. All my region set pieces are locked. I didn't use any of the region set pieces. What I'm doing is, if you notice my alt characters, all of the head pieces that were Hydra Empire from every other character, I took those. I took those so that way I could use these once I level them up and max them out, so that way I can nano fuse my other gear pieces, because it doesn't require you to, it just has to be the same name set. It doesn't matter whether it's from another character or not. So this is essentially a way for you to level up your other pieces of gears and get nano fusions on them for free, is use your alt characters in order to do that. So like, that's a really good part about the game. Shout outs to that go to Darth Microtransaction and whomever he got that from, because I also saw it inside the X-Force Discord, that basically you use any of the pieces that you currently have that are Hydra Empire or whatever the region set that you got for that piece of gear from your alts, and you use that and you'll get a free 7 nano fusions onto your main character. Don't forget to do that, guys. Now obviously the problem with that is it's going to take you a while to level up 7 pieces of gear along with the 4 pieces of your character anyway. So to be honest with you, it's going to be hard for me to squash this bitch right here, because I just love the way that dark domain piece looks, but I'll probably end up squashing it because I cannot find a way to make the illusion magic class skill actually viably work. So it's kind of weird. Let's go over here to this core synthesizer and let's see how trash my skills are there. Yeah, Pig, that's going to be the best thing for you to do inside it. Matter of fact, let me grab some shit from inside my squad. Is that there's a lot of benefits to leveling up the alts inside the game, and that's going to be one of your primary benefits, is using them for fodder. Like typically, the best thing that you could do, I'm going to collect up all these because I'm going to put them over to Convergium. The best thing that you could do for your character is level up all the alts, because it's going to give you a really significant boost in terms of it'll give you a significant boost in terms of your character power. Oh shit, I didn't even realize I had these inside here. It's going to give you a significant boost in terms of your character power, and on top of that, it's going to give you fodder for them. And what you should be doing is using your other characters, your alts, for storage as well. So those 100 slots that they have, especially if you're a free-to-play player, you want to do that. I don't know why I haven't made a video about that shit yet, these little tips and tricks and stuff like that, but eventually at some point I have. There's a lot of times when I'm creating videos where I just assume people know some shit, and I'll just be like, well, ain't no real point in making a video about it. And then I'll have chats like, you know, streaming, people like, I didn't know that. Like, I'm a fucking idiot. I should have done. No, whoa, not you, bitch. There we go. Okay, let's just the 3 stars. Worst of luck. Look at that. Not 1 4-star. These motherfuckers, I hate them. I swear I hate them. Not 1 4-star from that. Come on, for real. So we got 2 chances right now. Let's see if we get 1. Oh, I hate the RNG in this game is just trife. It's just trash. Yeah, that's your biggest. You definitely want to do that, Pig. Use those other pieces so that way you benefit yourself the most from doing that. Well, not you. You benefit yourself from the most from doing those. It is going to be able to max you out the most. So yeah, take that into consideration before you actually fuse anything though. Now you don't have to worry about it because you can re-roll. The problem with re-rolling is, to me, is that how much it takes to build up that piece and to get that piece is a lot. Like for instance, you almost stand a better chance of looking for that perfect piece. Like essentially this is a god roll piece, and like what you're looking for on here is this, because there's going to be stats that are going to come on specific gear pieces that are going to be trash. So like for instance, if you look at mine, status effect accuracy is going to be trash on the headpiece. You're not really looking at that. Like if this had been critical damage, critical rate, and then defense pierce, this would have been great, right? Or even an attack buff. Like my pants are perfect. You can see that it's got critical damage and critical rate. So this is a good piece of pants. I don't really have to worry about it at all, right? And then you come over here and you look at this one. It's got critical damage decrease and guard damage decrease. Not necessarily the best of rolls that I would want from pants, but not necessarily bad either. So like for instance, if you look at my Sakar pants though, where it's got guard damage, critical damage, and attack, those are more like what I want for those. You know what I mean? Like that's what I'd be looking for. Well, my gloves is what the fuck I'm looking at right now. So like if you get status effect resistance on your gloves, it's a dead. But like having dodge rate on your gloves, that's fucking good. But you get status effect resistance, re-roll that bitch. On here, my boots, you can see I got stamina recovery, cooldown decrease, and HP recovery. For me, that's a good piece of gear for the way I'm building my character, because I need stamina recovery. Let me see. Omega War Alliance, Sigma X-Force, again, Toxic War. That's exactly what's gonna. I got the feeling it's gonna end up being that. Like I'm trying to think on Omega War. X-Force isn't the strongest alliance. I don't think that I enjoy being part of the alliance. I don't know that we're the strongest alliance though. I don't know that to be true. And like I said, I think there's other alliance on here pretty good. Dark Zone just needs to fucking go away, man. Oh man, Dark Zone. I despise Dark Zone. It's the one mode that I play and I'm just like bored as fuck when I play it. Like it's that mode that I'm like legitimately like, I don't know why I'm doing it. It just needs to go away. Like it could so be folded into the regular world. Oh, asking what is status effect accuracy? So I'll show it to you in a second. Hold on 1 second. But basically it's when you're trying to apply some shit to another character, like an effect. So like say like you're playing as Spider-Man, for instance, and he has like a webbing effect that I can't remember what the skill was, where he's adding a web effect to your character and he's basically controlling you. Or like with Star-Lord, where he has that freeze bomb and he's doing that is a status effect that's being applied. So the accuracy of that being applied is basically what's going up. So it's, yeah. Where did the fuck this come from? Is the Scarlet Spider? That's not a regional piece. No, that's not a regional piece. Okay, cool. Just making sure I don't fucking smash something together that I'm not supposed to smash. So like if I was to go, let me see. So for Doctor Strange, this is one of the bad parts for Doctor Strange, for instance, that if I go inside Doctor Strange's skills, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Asking what is that? End game is pretty strong. Do you mean you like the end game? Is that what you're saying? So I don't think Doctor Strange is weird, because Doctor Strange says he has status effects that he's doing. But basically, like, say like Doctor Strange has like, yeah, it's good for Star-Lord, especially good for Star-Lord, especially good for Spider-Man with his webbing attack, but not really good for a lot of characters. Like Doctor Strange is like his ability on certain skills, for instance, like he applies pushback to you or some shit like that or whatever, or something that's going to deal where it's going to like deal damage over time to you because it's applying bleed or something like that. Well, the ability for you to actually do that is how that's going to increase. So like, yeah, so when you're looking at potential inside here, you'll notice for instance, for like Doctor Strange and I think Star-Lord, yeah, exactly, triggering that debuff Geostrike. So like you see like status effect accuracy, and it's on I believe status effect accuracy is also on Star-Lord. But the problem is that there's not that many skills that basically rely on your status effect, the status effect accuracy actually triggering. So it's kind of weird. It's weird. No, the alliance. Oh, okay. Got you. I got you, Dev B. All right. Yeah. So it's kind of weird. It's not good for every character. So unless you're building something where, like, I think Star-Lord is the one character where it's, you pretty much want the status effect, right? Like Black Widow has some skills that might rely on status effect, but she has like that one electrocuting skill, or like Storm has a lot of status effect skills as well. Then you would want to have status effect accuracy to make sure that they pair up with your accuracy, so that way you counter somebody's dodge rate or somebody's defense for those. Like you have the status effect resistance skill, for instance, but there's just not enough in the game currently for those things to be viable. That's why I just find it weird. That's why it's a wasted skill. And if I had to judge based on like Marvel Future Fight, or so he said that if I had to judge based on Marvel Future Fight or like, you know, some of their other games, I don't think that is ever going to pan out in terms of one of the skills that you really need to be watching for and building up. I just don't see it happening. So he said only build PvE. Yeah, there's not really a reason for me to build PvP. I don't really care about PvP, if I'm perfectly honest with you. It's just not the build. But Patrick, I believe the update should be happening tomorrow evening. So if you're on the East Coast, then it would be happening at like 12 midnight or something like that. So the 3rd is when the update is actually coming. The 3rd was when the actual update was coming, not the 2nd. So like if I go, hold on one second, I'll pull it up for you guys. Shout out for the Philippines, bro. Hell yeah, shout out for the Philippines. I remember when I lived in California, I lived around a lot of Filipinos. Cool as fuck people, bro. And great ass fucking food. Oh my God. It was so goddamn good. This page could not be trans. I hate these motherfuckers. They have the shittiest of websites. Have you guys noticed that? They have the worst of websites. Like the forum website is just bad. Is terrible. It's no good whatsoever. These motherfuckers need to just trash this whole goddamn website and just start over from the bottom again. Very demoralizing. They need to revamp those draw rates immediately if they want to continue the game and keep the game stable. If you notice, if you watch some of the other people like Half Send, you watch some of the other people, you know, the whales like Kraken Null and players like that. If you notice, there's even a general trend amongst the whales that they're really pissed off about the draw rates and the I would come to Malaysia in a heartbeat, bro. In a heartbeat. Like 100% I would come to Malaysia. Oh, you use your VPN for soft lock. That, I mean, yeah, I use the VPN as well. But the draw rates are going to be a continued thing. That's why it was an issue when she made that note about that, is because it was one of those things that nobody was really on board with for joking around with. So they need to fix that. You want to start over in Southeast Asia? Have you been free to play on the main server right now? Because if not, so you can see guys right here, he said tomorrow, but I think what he was really insinuating was that the update is probably like they'll probably drop the patch notes tomorrow and then the details will get dropped as well for the update, but that won't happen till 11.3. really. It's November 3rd that it's going to be. So you can see the maintenance period is going to be 11.3. So most likely it's going to happen, you know, at a different time. The thing that fucked me up in my head really about them talking about this note is that the Alliance War stuff was supposed to be, as far as I knew, the Alliance War stuff was supposed to be inside this update. So they're talking about it not being in this update, and that's a weird ass thing. It's just, why is it not included in this update? I don't get it. Like, where's this dev note article at? I had this shit up just now and I closed it. I'm terrible with this shit. Terrible with the navigation. Let me see. Hold on one second. So like going back to the dev note, I could have sworn it said companion system, it said Eternals, and then it said Alliance Omega War Beta, but now they're telling us it's not coming out for weeks. Like I said, the only good things about this update was usually the transmutation, the battle badge, and even the nano fusion option, that they fixed that so that way we can now re-roll those stats and stuff like that. Those are actually good things, so we can't really complain about them. The draw rates 100% in this game are something that needs to be improved. The cost that you're paying for these, so like, you know, 1,800 crystals inside this game basically accounts for you paying about $30. That's $30 American. I know the exchange rates are different. So 30 American dollars for one single pull is a lot. There's not a, I've commented on this before in previous videos, but there's not a dollar to value ratio in this game. Like if you pick up a game and there's a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning like, you know, for every dollar I spent, there's an equivalency. So I spend $1 and I get something that's worth $1 in game. Then if you feel like you're actually getting something back in this game, you don't feel that way. Like everything is kind of overpriced and it feels pay to win. So like I'm paying $30 for one draw inside of this thing. And when you look at the draw rates inside of here, they're really low. And you can see what they've done inside here is that they responded because they know players are really pissed off about things with the draw rates. So they legitimately have come over here to just these draw chances increases, right? That's not solving the issue. That's kind of solving the issue short term, because ultimately when we as a player still look at the game, we are able to assume a value for the game based on the stuff that they put in here. And so when I look at any one of these items inside here and I have to equate these items, I know that every 100 Omega points inside here is basically the equivalency of $150 US. That means that every single piece of Hydra costume or Midgardia costume, whatever region set you're investing in, that's about $750 for every piece. That's if you don't get lucky inside the store. I will say this, there's no way for me to know unless I just spend money ad nauseum, and I'm not wailing out like that. The draw rates have felt to me, I mostly pull for Omega cards. I don't pull on costumes at all. And I only pull on Dimension box tickets. Matter of fact, I forgot about that. I got some Dimension box tickets inside this bitch too. I don't pull on stuff if I don't, like, you know, for those things. So it's interesting because they had in that stream, it was really interesting because in the stream that they did with Danny Koo, chilling with Danny Koo, and they had Alice Pac inside there, they were willing to address the draw rate stuff and they talked about it, but they said they were unwilling to address the one thing that we were complaining about, which was the craft rates. So it was interesting that they were willing to talk about one thing but not talk about the other. But that's basically the, you know, the stance that they took on it. I would like to see them address that. I just don't see it happening in the near future. Like I said, inside this update, you saw that they had a 27. I don't know that that's going to be holding out because it could have just been a placeholder, but they had a 27-day limit on this goddamn invasion event. That says to me that they are going to take a break over the month of November. If it comes into here on the 3rd and we get a 27-day thing, they're taking a break. They're going to be taking a break. The development team is basically taking a break. So like, but I have felt like the draw chances in this game, I do feel like they have slightly improved because I noticed I got a lot more of these special draws and things like that inside the game. I don't know it to be true. Let's see if Groot shows up here. No Groot. Okay, so this is a shitty draw. So like if you see Groot over here, then it's a good draw. But this is a shitty draw, so we'll skip it. Let's see what we got. Cores of Intensity. The only good... Oh, shit. I got 30 potential reports. I'm happy about that shit right there. Always hate seeing these cores, though. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. Let's see what we get from this Omega card draw, because what I need from this... It would be awesome if I saw Black Widow or Spider-Man. So let's hope that I get Black Widow or Spider-Man. Oh, please, please, please. Come on, Groot. Pull up Cap. Nothing. Okay. If he doesn't pull up Cap Shield or he doesn't glow gold right there and draw up, then it's going to be trash. You're not really getting anything inside there. And just like that, nothing in there. War Machine, Thor, God of Thunder. Nothing in there but trash. So yeah, I so it feels bad because I'm telling you that I thought that the draw rates have improved. Meanwhile, I'm inside here and the draw rates don't look like they improved. But I can tell you in all honesty rather, excuse me, that the draw rates have, because prior to the recent patch that they had, my card collection was not what it was. What is this? Oh shit. So I'm maxed out on my cards inside here apparently. We'll finish up with this stuff here, and then I can take my ass to bed for work. We'll combine all these 1 stars, sweetness. Combine all of these 2 stars, sweetness. You can see like the cost on these things is just, they're extravagant, man. And 4 stars. We've got enough. Wait, why didn't it combine all of these? Okay, there we go. And then lastly, combine up these 4 stars to get a 5 star. Bang. All right, so we've got our own cards inside here now. And I do believe the card that I want to max out is this Doctor Strange right here. So let's combine this card. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And let's pray to the gods that I don't get this bullshit. All right, not too bad. This is good. I just combined that and I got a 6 star, a 6th grade Doctor Strange card with super villain damage, total damage, PvP damage, and cooldown decrease. Short of getting a 7, you know, one gonna get much better than that. So that's pretty goddamn good. I'm not gonna complain. And you can see it wants to replace my Storm card, which has PvP damage decrease, total damage, supervillain damage decrease, in a total different way. So it's pretty cool that that's what it wants to do, because it's basically effectively replacing my Storm card inside there. So I'm not going to complain about that at all. But guys, I appreciate right now the companions added into the money spinning, and I won't be surprised that the draw rates are going to be a disappointment, Mark. 100% they're going to be a disappointment. Just from what they showed, we're basically most likely going to have 2 methods of obtaining companions. You're going to have, well, 3 right at the moment. You're going to have the event evasion that is basically going to probably guarantee you at the most a 3 or 4 star companion. But then you're going to have the crafting workshop, where you know the draw rates are going to be atrociously low in order to obtain special companions, because that's basically what everybody's going to be hunting for, is for those special companions, right? And then you're going to have the draw method, which is going to be the pay to win scenario, which is most people likely to go get, but you know the draw rates are going to be bad because they're going to be including all of the villain logged characters into there as well. So it's going to be terrible. I don't think people are going to be happy about the companion system. Lakshay, no, there wasn't no red flags about the transmutation, not in my opinion. Not in my opinion. For what they showed on the stream, I think I'm done with showing you guys my game, because I've done everything inside of it that I need to do. I'm happy with that new card that I got there. That's pretty cool. But the transmutation, Lakshay, I don't believe that that was bad at all. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna hold though, Lakshay. Like, I don't think that the power levels that they showed inside there are gonna hold true. I think the power levels are gonna be increased. Like, I don't. Oh, wait a minute, he did show the relay challenge, so we're getting the boxes. I don't think that those power levels are gonna hold true. They were like 300,000 less than the Mad Titan invasion. Ain't no way, bro. Those are gonna hold true. The transmutation, I didn't see any red flags, Lakshay. I'd have to wait till the actual update comes. I didn't see any red flags. Basically, it's 200 crystals for every you know, comic card, and 200 for every piece of gear. Of course, it's red flag. 200 crystals for roll for random hero. What? I'm confused at what you're saying, Xavier. I'm trying to follow there. Yeah. So from what it was showing, it looked like it was. So what it looked like was it there was no randomness to rolling for the character. It was, you pay 200 crystals for the target character that you wanted to exchange to. So basically you're paying to, and he showed it for the, I'm trying to pull it up here so that way you guys can see it, because to be honest with you, I don't think there was any, unless I was reading something wrong or seeing something wrong, I don't believe that there was anything off about the transmutation. It basically looked at like a straight up 200 crystals. You pay 200 crystals and you get exchanged. So as long as that is how it holds true, then that's how it holds true. And you're basically, like I explained this already, you're basically looking at 2,000 crystals for a new character or 2,400 crystals for a new character. But that's what it looked like. So for instance, you can see right here, the Omega card transmutes the exclusive stat as well. So the exclusive stat will transmute as well, transmutes the Omega card exclusive stat into another hero's exclusive stat. So, and you just pay 200 crystals. So I don't really see, unless you guys saw something else, I don't like, in all honesty, I think that the transmutation, as long as it bears out the way they're showing it, where you're just paying 200 crystals per each item, meaning the 4 pieces of gear and the 6 cards, you're looking at 2,000 crystals. And then for any new heroes, yeah, so 200 crystals to the hero, and that's it. I think that is a good deal. I'm going to be honest. I think that that's a good deal. I thought it was going to be way more expensive than that. I thought it was going to be a lot more expensive than that. I thought they were going to ask for the bank. I thought they were going to ask for like 500 Omega points, which would have been the equivalency of like purchasing something really, really ridiculous. Bro, nobody's going to want the common or rare companions. Those are going to be straight up dog doo-doo. Like, nobody wants those. And the special ones are going to be limited to where they're going to be inside the I won't be surprised there will be RNG and transmutation and badge crafting. It is net Marvel thing to everything. So from everything they're showing with the transmutation, guys, let me say this again. For everything that they're showing for the transmutation, it doesn't appear that there's going to be anything RNG. From everything they announce, there isn't going to be RNG. So for instance, like you can see, this is the costume pieces in here, and they're transmuting the costume to another hero. It excludes the current hero's costume. So it's just straight up 200 crystals for all of those. So and they've already said this, Danny Koo said this already inside Discord and so forth, that is basically going to be a straight 1-to-1 transition. So like if you have boots and you transmute them to another character, all the stats are going to carry over. If you have a comic card, all of the stats will carry over. So he didn't show it 100%, but I'm giving the benefit of the doubt, Lakshay. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'm reading what I'm seeing on screen, and from what I'm seeing on screen, it doesn't appear like there's anything extraneous to what the transmutations happen. I would have liked to see him go through it more, yeah, like to complete the entirety of the process. But my hope is that they're not fucking us on this. We only got to see like a minute of it, but from what it appeared, it didn't appear like there was more. The battle badges, we see that there's going to be some level of RNG, but you are going to get a 6-star battle badge if you use 5-star battle badges to craft your 6-star battle badge. You are going to get a 6-star. So like you can see right here, it's selecting the costume piece, and you pay 200 crystals with the target list, and that's it. So let's hope that that's all it is, because if that's all it is, that's good. And if the battle badge system is basically you're basically rolling for random stats, that's still good. There's no way that they were going to make it so that way the stats were going to be like, I'm going to get a level 105 battle badge, and then those stats were going to be 100% what I wanted. So as long as this stuff holds true, I don't see the battle badges and the transmutation look like the best thing about this update. The rest of the update look like total shit. The companion system look like total shit. I don't like the companion system at all. It was trash at best. The usage of the characters, we were basically seeing the characters on screen for 15 seconds at most. We don't need the characters doing anything in there. And then they add ranking systems of the characters. We basically now have MMF biometric companions. It was trash, man. Like, I don't like it. So you can see right inside here, like, you know, we were talking to some of the guys earlier, and you can see that they have the companion crafting inside here. The battle badges, though, that's not the case. You can see inside the battle badge, you're going to craft a level 105 6-star Blitz battle badge. You're going to craft one, or whatever level it is that you want. That's going to also add to you and you doing your character completion. And that's it. Like, so like when he showed this and he selected one of them, you can see that it gave you a percentage for doing them. So like you can see right here, it was like basically select 5 battle badges, pay the cost of the convergium, and you basically get a craft rate, and then you do it. Hopefully that holds true and it won't be bad. That's what I'm hoping. We choose 4 characters and only one can use act. Exactly. It was stupid. The update's supposed to be the 3rd, so it's gonna actually be November 3rd is when the update's gonna take place. So 12 midnight, November 3rd. The companion system was completely dumb. It is another pay to win system that really didn't pan out for free to play players in any way. You can see it here. It was pretty trash. You basically only have one active companion and you get to use that companion, but each companion at level 6 basically accounts for a 10,000 boost in terms of your character's overall stats. So you can see where that's going. It's another pay to win derived system. It ain't great. So like you can see, all of your companions basically have fixed effects, they have bonus effects, and then they have skills inside of them. So you can already guarantee that these bonus effects are going to be better on the special classes and stuff like that. So I don't know. I don't get it. I get what you are. There's plenty of free to play players that are 1 million power and above with, you know, characters at this point. Like, and that was one of the reasons why they're probably merging Omega Flight with other services, because people have caught up. So it's not beyond the pale that, you know, that there are free to play players over 1 million now. Not hard to believe anyways. 5-6 star to make a random one. It is what it is, you know. Like, you're gonna get a random 6 star from playing Blitz and playing Omega War and playing all of them. It is what it is. I mean, I'd rather be able to get a random 6 star than get no 6 star at all. It's not the best, but it's better than what we got currently. Black Shade, I'm always scared when it's that marble. I always expect the worst with that marble and hope for the best. I've said this to you guys repeatedly, and I'll say it multiple times over and over again. That marble giveth in one hand, and they taketh away in the other hand. That's the really bad part. Needs 6 star, but we also need to increase the levels at every star. Like, you 6 star companion needs to increase XP from 1 to 60. Yeah, and so I pointed this out earlier, was that you could basically see when they did the draw, they got a 2-star Athena and was talking at Thanos Invasion started. Oh, when Thanos Invasion started, there was not very many 1 million free-to-play players at all. Like, that's 100% true. There was not that many free-to-play players. Ain't no way. No fucking way. There weren't that many 1 million free-to-play players in Omega Flight. So no. but yeah, so they did the draw inside the stream. So if you go look back inside the stream, you'll see that they did a draw from the pool, and they got some Thena bios because they got her at 2, and it basically gave her 30 shards, whatever they want to call them, biometrics or whatever. That's, you know, it was what it was. So you can see what the problem is there, though, is that in order for you to get one of these special companions all the way to 6-star, the amount of draws you're going to have to do for that shit to happen, not to mention they said that you can only use, he said anyways, so we'll see if that's true, you could only use one of these characters as a summon if they were at 3-star. That's terrible. And like I said, you're drawing from the entire pool of villain log characters, because that's what they literally look like they outfitted it with, right? Where you're let me see if I can go to the draw that they did for this. Here it goes right here. So like when they did the draw inside of here, you can see that what they're looking at right here, right? So look at this. You basically are saying that this right here, because he already had her at 6-star, it got converted to 30 shards. Why the fuck does it keep doing that? It got converted to 30 shards for Thena, right? Well, that's a problem, man. Like 30 shards. So if you had to take assumption and say you have that, then that means it's going to be about 15 shards to get Thena from level 1 to level 2, and another 30 shards to get her from 1 to 3, or, you know, likewise. So it creates somewhat of a problem inside there, because you can see all of the villain log characters inside here. So how many villain log characters in here? Quite a bit. So how many chances that you're gonna have to actually get her? Quite a few. A really low chance. So the companion system was the trash one. From what they showed in the stream of the transmutation and the battle badge system, they look like they're the best systems. This companion system looks like total utter garbage. I can't believe it. Exactly, Lakshay. That is 100% what we're getting. But all right, guys, so I got to deuce out of here because I need to get to work in the morning, which means I need to sleep. I am going to have some free time on the 3rd. So I'm promising you guys that when the patch is launched, I am going to stream everything in game at that point. I will be up and ready to go. So make sure you guys are coming. 1-star. Gotcha. What the fuck? Exactly, Ghostly. How shitty is that? But all right. So all right. So the right as it stands right now, the patch is probably scheduled to go at 12 midnight on the 3rd. So I will most likely jump on as soon as the patch is done. So if you guys want to be here and stream with me in the early mornings, for some of you guys are probably in Malaysia and so forth like that, be here, and I'll push out some content for this, so that way we can break down each of the pieces individually and see what it is. I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. If you can hit that like button over there, even if you hit the dislike button, it doesn't make a difference to me, but hit one of them. If you, I see I got 2 dislikes over there. I don't know what the fuck you disliked about what I had to say, but if you do like or dislike those, I appreciate you guys stopping by. Promise to bring you more content. Let's get this channel up, please, guys. Let's get this shit to about 500 before the end of the year. Let's get it to 500 before the end of the month, and we'll do another giveaway. All right, guys. Until next time.